Hello and welcome. And I just realised one of my lights isn't on. I knew there'd be something.
Nailed it.
John's super blurry. Oh, there he is. You're back in focus now.
How we do?
What did we do? What we do, hey? How you doing, folks? Welcome. Happy Sunday. Commiserations. I mean, it's very late back in the UK now, but commiserations if you are English. Our boys did pretty good, but in the end, Italians managed to take us out on penalties. Honestly, Taylor's old as time, right? That's how England always. Anyway, this isn't a soccer stream, so hello, welcome. This is a D&D stream. We're playing
soccer. Am I right?
Yeah. How about them soccers? But yeah, no, we're doing D&D. So we had a week off for Independence Day. Last week. My favourite movie. I think it's a bit over the top for you to celebrate it with an annual holiday every year, but it is a pretty good movie.
I mean, we did stave off aliens from taking over the world.
Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, maybe it is worth having a day just for that.
Will Smith.
Awesome sauce. So we're kind of picking up where we left off, of course. We're calling this episode 1 because, you know, we can cheat and call the title episode 1. It might get a few more people to join us. And we're calling the first session a prologue. So that's what that is, in case you're wondering. But yeah, we're picking up pretty much exactly where we left off. We've also got something else to share later on today as well. A new show coming to Digital DMs, which starts on Wednesday. We'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But I'm hoping somebody can let me know if we sound okay before we crack on. Even if one of you guys can just pop it on for a second and see if we all sound good. Hi, Leaf. How's it going? Colin, how's it going? Sounds good. Like excellent. Fantastic. Brilliant. Right, in that case, then we'll get cracking. I've got a quick recap for you.
Like 10 seconds.
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know what I'm listening to. It's just like...
But as long as you can hear random stuff, that means it's working.
Right.
Cool. We'll... All right, then we'll start
a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, make sure you're not too loud. There. All right, cool. So, quick recap then. Devin could be a bit louder. Devin, shout.
I could be louder. Oh boy.
Although you're looking, you sound fine to me. I think it's just because the other two are loud fucks.
I also don't know how to fix that.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, you sound good. Devin's also looking great as well with a new webcam. Ooh, look at that.
I did just lose one of my monitors, but it'll be fine.
What, as in, it fell down the back of the desk, or?
No, it's just kind of turned off.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Maybe more worrying, I guess.
So I'm going to have to look off access for the whole time, but I'll be fine.
We'll manage. Cool. All right, then, cool. Let's have a quick recap, then. So, last we met, the day of equinox started like any other. The SS Essex cut through the calm waters of the Circle Sea like clockwork, on a journey that it had taken 100 times before. A scout mission from Fort Charge, searching for trouble that it rarely found, until that day. Some crew tended to their duties, some relaxed under the sun. Buren tinkered with the music box that his mother gave him, and struggled to garner rapport with his fellow sailors. Dalen convinced the ship's cook, Old Beau, that equinox was the perfect occasion to crack open a bottle of stowed ice wine, and Diarmid enjoyed the sea air and the sun on his face from the solitude of the crow's nest before noticing an approaching danger under the waves. Unfortunately, First Mate Farlow was unperturbed by the possible threat and refused to ready the ship before a gargantuan tentacled creature raised from the depths and attacked. Our party were swift to retaliate with the ship's weapons, but the unceasing attacks on the deck and the hull, coupled with a number of the crew's apparent descent into madness, was too much. The vessel was dragged into the darkness of the sea, and all hope was lost. Miraculously, our adventurers found fate had spared their lives as they washed up on the unkept beaches of the Mulish Plains, a desolate stretch of coast half a day solwards of Fort Charge. As they gathered themselves, Dalen noticed a walrus watching from a small cliff. It almost looked as if he nodded as he dove into the waters. With the sun setting, sea and sand in their lungs, they took the relative shelter in the glow of a bonfire as a group of druids praised their god for the equinox. It had been a long day, but nothing that music, the warmth of a fire, and a drop of ice wine couldn't fix.
It's been centuries since the gods first walked the lands of Ashtan. Their dissension changed the world, but now they've started to outstay their welcome.
And there we go. For the first time in weeks, you are not awakened by the harsh rasp of the morning bugle, but instead the soft dawn light bathing your eyelids and the gentle lull of the calm waves breaking against the sand. Some of last night's revellers seem to have already packed up and left. Others still doze in the morning light. A few are awake and making conversation. A dwarf is hunched over a few clay pots pushed into the still glowing embers of last night's bonfire. The elven woman who welcomed you in last night is sat on some driftwood nearby, dusting away the sand from some delicate shells. What would you like to do?
I'm going to wake up and I'm going to walk in. We're near the woods or something, or does it look like a field?
You beach?
Yeah, but for how long, I guess.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the space around you is very sandy, and the sand shifts into very dry grass with slight undulations and hills, pretty much as far as you can see. In the far distance, Edgewood, there is a mountain range ahead of you, and these sort of dunes and grassy verges that you can see seemingly head up towards those mountains.
All right.
There's very few trees around.
I'm going to walk behind one of the mounds and I'm going to take a pee.
Go for it. First thing you got to do, right? After
First
a
thing in the
night
morning, of course.
drinking,
Calm.
go and empty the tank.
I probably
Awesome.
stretch and rub the sleep out of my eyes and survey and that elven woman that welcomed us.
Mm-hmm.
Probably want to just go and kind of just chat. I don't think I ever got her name or anything like that.
Beard will go with as well.
Okay, I don't believe you did get a name. It may have come up during the conversation of the festivities last night, but lots of alcohol was partaken.
Sure.
But she looks relatively spry, considering actually, and yeah, she's dusting away at some shells. You noticed actually that something you probably didn't recall last night because it was getting dark. Most of her costume, sort of outfit, seems to be made from shells. It's very light woven. Lots of sort of patches, almost like netting in some places. I won't go as far as saying that she's doing the whole Little Mermaid like shell bra thing, but yeah, she's got sort of a lot of sort of shells. There's some tied in her hair as well, and it looks like she's sort of getting a few more ready for a new part of an outfit, perhaps.
Cool. I guess I'll just wander up to her and just kind of look down and
She
find any good one.
Good morning. Yes, I suppose. I mean, they're all good in their own way. Did you sleep well?
As well as you can when you just been shipwrecked. Yeah.
Of course. I found you quite jovial, considering, actually. Perhaps a trait of your race.
Maybe it's Equinox after all. Not gonna let a little thing like a shipwreck ruin a good party, you know.
I am sure the gods are indebted to your persistence.
That's kind of the plan. I don't think I remember getting your name. Apologies if I did, but I'm Dalen. And I put my hand out to shake her hand.
It is a pleasure to meet you again, Dalen. My name is Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Oh.
Wonderful. Fantastic. And you guys are just... So are you like... y'all part of the same group or something out here?
You could say that, yes. We are all of the druidic nature, but we come from all over Ashtan here for Equinox every year. We are unconventional druids, you could say. We are druids of the sea. Whilst we appreciate all life here on Ashtan, we particularly appreciate the flora and fauna of the ocean.
Oh. Really? Well, one of those flora and or fauna were potentially the reason we ended up here in the first place.
Her eyes lower a little. The first time the subtle smile that's been on her face cracks a little. You mean to tell me that your ship was destroyed by a creature in the Circle Sea?
That's how I remember it. It's kind of what it appeared to be, a tentacled something.
I come back from behind the bush and just
Cool.
yell, "Yeah, big old squid fella." Big
Yeah,
old
like an
squid
octopus, but big.
fella. A quadrupus?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
We only
this
saw
is-
4, but I don't know of any that have only 4 tentacles.
I
Are there
reintroduced.
quadrupus?
Yeah, is a quadrupus a thing here?
She says, I believe not, but I can't believe it was a creature of that size that took your ship. I am from relatively far away, but many of the druids here live on these shores. We study the Circle Sea greatly. We have never known a creature like this. Dolphins, of course, but I don't think I've even known a whale to enter the Circle Sea.
Well, that's
Well, I mean, you got them, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. We fought
And
one
unless
and it kicked
unless
our
I drank
ass.
way too much of that, what was it, ice wine last night? I'm pretty sure there was a big squid thing, and oh
That-
man, our
that
crew's
kinda
probably
fucked
dead,
us
huh?
up.
My goodness. A moment. And she gets up and sort of very carefully sort of steps past you all. And she walks over to this druid who... they're all freaking druids. He walks over to this dwarf who is currently got, like I say, he's got some clay pots that he's sort of jarred and nuzzled into the embers of the fire, into the coals that have still got quite a bit of heat in them. I mean, this was a big fire. And she sort of kneels down beside him and not whispers, but sort of very carefully sort of speaks into his ear. Hey, doggy. Sorry, the dog's just been for a walk. Sit down.
Says, "Hey, doggy."
It says, hey, doggy. It was weird. They've got a weird relationship. On your bed? Okay. On your bed? Bed.
Should we have just kind of told her exactly what happened last night? That seems weird now that I think about it.
Well-
Yeah, maybe I got caught up in the conversation of things a bit.
A little bit late now.
Yeah,
Well-
the quadrupus is out of the sea, I guess, but
That old saying.
yeah,
You know,
saying of my
starting at the
people.
quadrupus.
Old Dwarven saying that.
Old Dwarven saying the quadrupus is out of the sea now.
So after a moment of talking, they chat away, and the dwarf stands up and says, "You've got to be joking!" And walks over to you and says, "Hello. The name's Wennick. I'm from quite nearby. Tell me this. You reckon there was a creature in the sea here that did away with your ship?"
Pretty
yeah.
sure about that
No.
one, yeah.
No reckoning about it.
Well, I can't say we've ever seen anything like it. And you were in a smaller ship, I suppose, a schooner or what have you.
It was a carrack, pretty big by, I don't know, what type of do
Oh.
ships that size usually sail in the Circle Sea, or is that like a sort of standard vessel?
Yeah. The scout ship that you were on, it's a carrack, yeah. So that would be the kind of thing that Fort Charge would send out. It's been before all of your lifetimes that they've needed a navy. For the most part now, the requirements of the fort are to sort of serve and protect. Pretty much, the infantry from there move out to the local cities and towns and act as their city guard and things like that. So it's been a while since they've really needed much of a naval force. A lot of their ships are actually in storage. But he's surprised to hear you describe it as a larger ship. Where's the rest of your crew?
Well, I know one of them's dead. I mean, I don't know that one of them's dead. I presume they're all dead. Maybe not.
Yeah.
You were just the lucky ones, I suppose.
Or
the smarter ones.
Somewhere else.
I mean, we abandoned ship last.
Yeah,
I don't know
we got
if that
the
makes
fuck
us
out of
smarter.
there.
So from your outfits, from your uniforms, I see that you're guardsmen, eh?
Were?
I just
Still
kind of
are?
look down. I just kind of
Definitely are. We need to get back. I can't be out here. We need to go back.
Not what you were saying last night.
I was drunk as fuck last night.
It doesn't. This guy's like you're like 3 foot tall. It does not take much to get you hammer drunk.
Yeah. As much as I'm gonna turn to Wennick and be like, I don't know what we are yet. I guess this was the last sort of bit of training or a graduation voyage. I don't know, but yeah, we're from Fort Charge, and it appears to be. And I'll point that way.
Yeah, and as you look, you can see it along the coast. It's it looks a little further than it perhaps may have done last night. But you reckon it's, as the crow flies, around about 6 hours of travel. Pretty much down you could walk the beach basically, and you would hit it. He says, "Hey, yeah, you could get there, although you'd be crossing the Mulish Plains, and I perhaps wouldn't recommend that. You could head back up to the road there. You'll go past Carup, head down to Bilston, and then eventually you'll pick up the road to Fort Charge. That may be safer, although it'll take you a wee while longer."
What's pardon me, I'm not really from here. What's wrong with the plains? They look as
Pretty plain.
pretty plain.
Hey,
Barring getting some sand in my britches, I don't know really what's gonna be going on.
I understand. The problem with the plains is it's very barren. There's very little grows here. There's no natural water here, so other than the sea, so very few people have settled. They mostly keep towards the mountains over there. I'm from a place just up there called Felderheer. So because there's no decent folk stay in the plains, it's left the place open for other ne'er-do-wells to hide in plain sight, so to speak. You ever hear of a bandit attack on a village or town nearby here, you can guarantee those bandits have come from the Mulish Plains. There are talk of other creatures and whatnot as well, but I'm not sure whether they're just stories to keep their kids in their beds,
Well, I found that most of those stories are just stories.
Aye.
What 6 hours? Hoofing it straight to the fort, or we take the road? How long do you reckon the road to the fort is going around that way?
Oh, it's a good detour. You're talking at least another night.
Ooh.
Out. But I mean, you're not looking in the best shape. So.
I don't know if anybody will be really expecting to see us in the first place. So,
More days, I think, comes with more questions, right? I don't.
Oh well, we
feel
took
in
the
mood
road
for
because it was
answering.
safer.
Look,
are you that?
up to
Are you
you, I
that?
mean-
Are you in that of a hurry to get back? I mean,
Between you and me, I'd rather sleep in my bunk tonight than on the ground again. And I look to both of you being quite short. Maybe the sand is a bit more comfortable. I'm tall. It's not good for my back.
I'm tall.
I think Dalen actually lets out a hearty laugh like that. Like, just like, what? I think Dalen actually does laugh and just.
Beer just instinctively shouts back, "I'm short."
I look back at the druids and I just, because like this is so cool. They don't have to go back to the fort. They don't have to go back to the fort.
Whilst you're chatting away, I can't remember what his freaking name was. Sorry, I only just come up with it 10 minutes ago. Wennick, thanks. Good.
Wennick,
Just checking you're all paying attention. Well done. Whilst you're chatting away, Wennick starts rummaging through a satchel that he's got with him and brings out some papers. And says, "Here, this may help. I don't know." And he hands over a map of the area, which I can show you now.
Yes.
Show me now.
And I can show the lovely folks who are watching as well.
Ooh.
So what you're looking at here is the Solward Centrus region of Ashtan. The torch on the beach there. There wasn't a bonfire. the torch on the beach there I've placed to show you where you guys are, and you can see their fort charge.
Yeah.
So you can head Lumwards. Yeah, you can head Lumwards.
I see.
Down the beach and deal with the natural and perhaps unnatural issues of the plains, or you can head towards the road. And
We have to go through. If we take the road, we go through Farworth.
Well, here's the thing: you could take the road to Carrot and then skirt the edges of the plains across the fort charge.
Okay, sure. Enough outside of it.
However you can break it up however you like. You could take the road just to the fork there and then cut through the forest or the small woods. You could take the road down to Bilston and then cut across the pretty much from. It's difficult to kind of show it on this kind of map, but from Bilston. Like if you draw a line from Bilston to Fort Charge, that whole area is basically farmland until the ground sort of shifts into that sort of dunic sand and grass, where it's still fertile from the River Oove. That's pretty much all farms there. So you could skirt Fort Worth relatively easily and Bilston if you wanted to take the road down to Carrot.
How much travel? I don't know if we need to ask this in game, but to like Carup area, like how long is that?
That would probably take you around the 6 hours. You'd probably be able to get to Carrot by midday.
Cool.
Midday today, yeah.
All right. What about sleeping in an inn, in a bed instead of at the fort?
I kind of opened my like coin purse or whatever, and it just kind of a little moth flies out. I don't know. I can afford an inn.
I can. Well, I mean, I got
have money.
If you need it.
We might be able to find some opportunities of work on the way to make some money.
I suppose. I mean, again, I don't want to be labeled a deserter or some sort of freelancer taking work when we're supposed to be reporting back to the fort.
As you
mentioned,
go ahead. Sorry,
Dalen. I guess I'm gonna have to defer to you on this one here. You said your father or something was in the army too. I don't know. He ever tell you what happens to deserters?
No,
Oh wait, no, you're the fancy boy.
Yeah, I'm the fancy.
You're the fancy
boy.
Buren.
I'm the guy who.
Buren, yeah.
Buren.
Buren.
Beermut?
Dalen? Your dad was in the army then, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, they ever tell you what happens to deserters?
Oh, definitely, and I don't want to have that happen to us. So you might be right. We should probably get going now.
The Mulish Plains.
Uh-huh.
You said there's no set sort. Is it brackish, or are there just no bodies of water there?
No, yeah, it's dry. Yeah, so the grasses are long but yellowed. I don't know. Perhaps you get them like I picture it as the sort of the sand dunes that you get beyond a beach. where the sand
Yeah.
runs into the grass, but it just continues for quite a while before you get to the mountains. Most likely due to that sort of area there not having a river that clearly runs down to the sea. The River Uve there, that's a bit further lumward, is the sort of main source. So as you'll see there, the sort of people have sort of gravitated to that. You can if Dalen or Buren want to roll me a history check. I mean, this isn't a million miles from where you're from.
I'll roll.
So if you want to roll something and let me know, I can maybe give you a little bit more.
13 history from me.
7.
Okay, so yeah, you don't know much about this area, to be honest. You were kind of shipped, packed up and shipped down here relatively swiftly. You'll have travelled through this line, but it was in the back of a wagon that was used, one of the wagons that comes out to pick up the young lads that are joining the army. So you won't have seen much of it. Although you've got a rough idea that the sort of villages and towns and hamlets down here, they find their existence from the mountains. So they're mining villages. Most of their sort of income comes from metals and ores and stone. They don't necessarily grow that much in those. It's usually the food is brought up from the area surrounding Bilston, and in return they send down ores and or even in some places, some of the larger places, they'll refine the ore there as well.
Well, I think 6 hours isn't that bad, although I get kind of nervous when we say that the stories of monsters are just stories, and here we are talking about a monster that just destroyed our ship that apparently doesn't exist either.
Well, I haven't heard a story about a quadrupus, and that was real, so by that logic, if there's not a story about it, it could be real, but if there's not, I'm going to go with that one.
I'm going to turn to Winnick and just be like, I think we're going to do the dumb thing and just make a beeline.
Yeah,
I
we need to get going.
Do you have anything that you can help us? I mean, we have water, but just in case things go incredibly awry, do you have any leftover food or water that you'd be willing to help us with?
Yeah, he says, well, I mean, they're not leftovers, but I'm working. And you look down, and the pots that he's put into the embers they're cooking pots, and he's actually sort of putting together it's a sort of breakfast stew, I suppose. It's made of mushrooms and some potatoes. There doesn't seem to be any meat in it.
Oh.
If you're willing to hold on a wee moment, this shouldn't be long, and you're welcome to it.
I'll look back at Dermot. Hold on a minute. Get some food in our bellies.
Oh, that's fine by me. I'm not in a great hurry. I'd just rather, if we can get there before nightfall, that would probably be best.
Do you have any more ice wine?
That would help quite a bit.
Do I have any more ice wine?
No, you can. No, they didn't have any of the ice wine with them.
That was all
but
me.
They were, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But you can give me a Constitution roll. If you roll high, you drank it all.
Okay.
Check.
There we go. Just overall roll.
Just give me a
for all of us, or
yeah.
I rolled a 9.
I got a 15.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got a 4.
He's little though.
Yeah, I'll say incredibly. There's a third of the bottle sloshing around.
Yes. 4.
But it's got a few bits of sand in there that you can see.
Yeah.
I pick up the bottle,
half of it's backwash.
blow off the sand.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, I mean, although it's not the Equinox anymore, so.
Well,
I mean,
you gotta
We
save
can
it
just
for a
flop it.
whole year. I don't know. If
No. I'll toss it to Buren and be like, here, yeah, you finish it. It's fine.
every day's the Equinox.
What do they say? It's the
Categorically
Equinox
false.
somewhere.
Man, I keep getting all blurry.
Gotta
You
go
do.
some
Ice wine.
That ice wine you've been supping on.
Yeah, there you go. The drunker we get, we gotta throw our cameras just a little bit out.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep getting more blurry. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Just like that. The whole
I'll just
time.
every time.
Yeah, like hello.
Oh, weird. That's what you have
Cool.
to do.
So I guess
eh?
we're gonna go the
Viewers.
6-hour
Yeah.
route. And we're gonna chance it.
Okay,
Yeah, we
cool.
wanna get going. Yeah, we're all itching to get back in that.
I'd like to hug the beach as much as possible. I feel like the farther we get away from the beach, the more chances for shenanigans there are. I don't know. If it's all plains, the sight lines should be pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not particularly undulating, but it certainly shifts enough to not give you a clear line of sight to the base of the mountains.
Yeah.
You know, there's definitely sort of
Sure,
maybe
sure.
30, 40 feet in difference as you go along. But yeah,
We
you
still see
can.
for a while.
But you can see pretty much like into the plains. You certainly don't notice any particular structures or large
Yeah.
land masses raising out of the plains. No.
Cool.
All right,
It's
so you-
not like crazy. Hugging the beach isn't like difficult terrain because it's sandy and shitty.
well, I mean, the whole place is a little tricky to go across. I'm not going to
Just kinda
class it.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm not going to class it. I will say that if you want to walk actually on the beach, that's going to class as difficult terrain because that's. I mean, you know what it's like walking right along the beach. You can't do
rough
it.
Trudging through.
Yeah, you can't do it comfortably. But we'll say that you definitely sort of follow the coast
Yeah.
Okay.
down.
Before we go, Bjorn wants to either make or bring out his music box and have it ready to play as we're going along.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. So you grab your little music box out. So you sit for a moment and chat with Wennick. I can't remember the freaking name. Chat with Wennick, and he serves you this. It's hearty. It's a very umami flavor. It's basically mushrooms in water.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's cooked using the salt water from the sea just by you. It's not unpleasant, but it's not necessarily the sort of thing you suddenly want to go home and start making yourself.
Right.
And they're kind of rustic.
Hey, we take these out the mine back at Falda here. I bring some down with me and use the water from the sea. Make it up. It's nothing special. It's not the sort of thing they're going to be eating down in Fort Worth. But, you know, it keeps your belly full.
Bjorn's gonna whisper over to Dalen. This kind of tastes like shit. Is it okay?
Give me a stealth check
Okay.
to see if he hears you.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm really bad at this. Hey, how about a 5? That's really
Yeah,
good.
he hears
Oh,
every
nice.
word.
I will look at him and be like, yeah, it's fine. He was nice enough to cook it for us, and it's rustic, but there's nothing wrong with rustic. It's good. It's
No,
experience.
I appreciate you've got a keen taste there. Actually, we do use feces to help grow the mushrooms, so you can definitely. I mean, I try my best to wash them, but you know. So
It's gonna jab Dalen. See, I told you it tastes like shit.
We're not gonna have to make this. Isn't like psilocybin now, is it? They're magic mushrooms.
No, they're not magic mushrooms, and you're not going to catch anything awful.
We're not tripping.
The salt water has killed anything that negative
Yeah.
that was in there.
I could be walking down the beach and all of a sudden, whoa.
Whoa. The quadrupus is back, man. He's everywhere.
Mind, man.
So yeah, you take it away. He's got a couple of containers that sort of have a swing lid on that seem to clasp into place. It's quite a fancy bit of mechanics, really. But he says, I'm able to pot you some up for you to take if you wish. I've made plenty. I always do.
No, yeah.
Well, it can't possibly be worse than saltfish, so
All right, go ahead.
I'll take one.
All right, you can all add a ration to your bags if you like. Just like the standard
Okay.
ration.
Nice. I have 11
Ration.
And if over there, he may be able to help with some water as well. I don't suppose it would be too warm today, but it's probably a good idea to keep hydrated. And across the other side, you see a druid that has a small cart with an ass pulling it. A human wearing a hooded cloak, and he's sort of taking small barrels back onto the back of the cart.
So what is the pip shot water?
He's the pip shot
Nice.
water guy. Yeah.
Good
There
call.
you go.
Yeah.
I'll walk up to
I knew
Pip.
there's a water one.
I'll walk up to Pip.
Pip.
Hey, Pip.
How'd you know my name?
Perfect.
That's still a lucky guess. Top off my water skin, would you be awesome like that?
Of course, yes, of course. And yeah, you can all refill water skins. Do you not have a water skin?
I don't actually.
Okay,
So
he's very very happy to chat and hands you a water skin that you can refill. There we go.
We must have been given something sort of like ration thing from the army or Navy or whatever, right?
Yeah, you would think it maybe it didn't wash up with you, but yeah, he's got a sort of a quite nice fur-lined water skin that you can take. He says, "Oh yeah, happy to provide. It's all I have to do is bring the water every year. Happy to do my bit."
And then, as a thank, Bjorn's gonna make a little trinket ladybug and give it to him.
Oh wow, he takes it. Oh, fantastic! He sort of clips it to his cloak and says, "Beautiful. We favour the water creatures, but still, all of the gods' creations should be loved and respected. I appreciate it. Thank you."
I'll try and work on making water creatures next time I see you.
Oh, of course. Oh,
seen
please.
A water creature other than the quadruped?
Have you seen a quadruped?
Please don't think I'm ungrateful. My apologies. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Of course.
It will escort me well back to Carib.
That voice. Cool.
All right. Shall we
Let's
set
head
off?
on back? Yeah, begrudgingly. Our tune has certainly changed. Our tune has certainly changed. Well, not yours, Dermot, but our tune has certainly changed, Buren. We were
Last night you were full of vigor.
Well, get a little liquid encouragement in you and you say what's on your heart, but I don't like the real world repercussions of not going back.
There's too much at stake at the moment.
Yeah, my dad would kill me. And not figuratively. He would literally kill me.
I'd bring shame to my house.
Assuming he gets to you first. Listen, I mean, between the two of you, I don't want to go back either. It's a little bit more than I guess I bargained for, but I don't think it's worth the trouble. I don't really want to go back to living in the woods by myself or anything like that, so...
Alright. Stick a pin in that. We're going to come back to that.
I don't have any pins on me. I just chunked my spear down. I got the big pin, I guess.
Kieran just starts cranking the music box and starts playing the adventure music.
Folks, we've just named Dermot's weapon, from now on, the big pin.
The big pin.
It will be known as. Awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, you head off. You say your goodbyes, and they wave you off. They're all very pleasant and more than happy to have enjoyed your company last night. And you head down towards the Fort Charge that you can consistently see in the distance as you make your way along the seafront. It's calm. It's quiet. The sun slowly rises. The water is as calm and still as you are used to. The Circle Sea is usually a very calm area of water. It's almost landlocked. There are a couple of channels out into the larger oceans, but for the most part, it's a big old lake, really. So it's the events of yesterday still reeling in your heads. This is not something you were to expect at all. And so far, everyone you spoke to, before or afterwards, can't seem to believe it either. As you make your way down the sand dunes along the front of the coast, you see a dark object around 5 feet long in the shallows of the sand. The wave slowly sort of edge up towards it, and it rocks as the waves hit it. Any of you who wants to can give me a perception check.
Well, yeah, I want to check it out.
I'll always check it.
I'm really good at that.
I'm round.
Ooh. 18.
Ooh.
18. You're about...
Dirty 20.
Damn.
Dirty 20,
Oh,
nice. You're about 50 feet away at the moment. It's a body.
Oh, no.
Does it look like it's wearing Uniform, perhaps.
The sun is in front of you, and so you're struggling to really make out anything other than the silhouette. But it looks it's humanoid, and other than the waves slightly rocking it, it seems very, very still.
All right. Buren is going to use magical tinkering to craft a little like helicopter object,
Okay.
and it's going to have. I'm going to have the sound like, "Are you okay?" And then it's going to fly off.
Okay.
Towards...
Nice.
How long does that take to
What's
craft
that?
a thing? How long does it take to craft a thing?
It doesn't really say. It says
Magic is a cantrip, right?
I think it's just
Yeah.
it's just a thing you can do.
It just
yeah.
says that can do up to 6 seconds long recorded, emits odor, nonverbal sound, static visual effect, including up to 25 words of text. You can affect a maximum of 4 objects at a time.
Sure, hey.
5 foot radius. Okay, so that's.
I would
It
think
doesn't-
like casting.
Wait,
time
it says
isn't-
5 foot radius light, then comma. So maybe it can emit 5 foot of radius of light, and.
Oh, I
that's what
think
that means?
you can only pick up like light stuff. I think is what that means.
Yeah, it's like a mage hand.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
You
Does
can't
it have,
like
a
do it.
casting
You can't
time,
make
I
a
guess,
boulder
Martian?
move around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say it takes like 10 minutes to do.
Yeah, it's not like a
No,
ritual
it-
cast or anything. Yeah, cool. It seems like super OP
Like, I
if
don't-
used correctly.
It's like
But
druid craft.
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
but
gonna say, if it
yeah,
takes
but
you 10 minutes, I'm walking over it.
the thing is with druidcraft is that's just like make a flower, turn a light on and off. It's basically thaumaturgy. This seems a little bit more impressive, but I'm happy for you to go with that. That sounds cool. If you just said that you make a drone that sort of relays footage back, then I'd have maybe had words. But if you just want to send that out to say something and come back, that's fine. So yeah, it's sort of like it's from the Jetsons. It flies out. Hovers over the body for a moment. It's a bit too far away for you to hear, and the waves, even though they're calm, you've still got that constant sort of sea noise. That sort of the wind and waves just constantly sort of going at you. And after a moment, it comes back.
Like, were you looking for like a reaction?
That's some fancy stuff.
Oh yeah, no, my mom taught me how to do a lot of cool things. You guys will see, but yeah, I was just gonna see if he was gonna pop up after asking if he was okay.
And your
Damon's
dad.
eyes just kind of get wide, like, we'll see about what? You're not. Are you gonna make a big robot? A big thing
Your
that's
dad-
gonna
Oh, that would be cool.
beat our
Yeah, we
asses?
could do that.
Your dad is a famous warrior.
Yeah, my dad's a famous warrior general, but my mom was a famous engineer during the wartime, so that's kind of how they met. And then, anyways, we're kind of wasting time. What about the dead body?
Hey, Dalen, wanna come? I'm gonna go poke it with my.
Yeah, I mean,
biggest
I'll
pin.
go poke the body. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
Give me your big pin.
No, this is my big pin.
Oh, well,
This is my big pin.
You'll find your own big pin.
I'm asking for you to come with me.
yeah, no, I'll tell I got a javelin. It's a little pin.
Come on.
See, big D, little D, big pin, little pin. We got a whole.
Oh,
thing.
there we go. We got both. That's fun.
The memes
I'll
are
kinda
right
go
in
back
themselves.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk up to it. If I get closer, do I see anything?
No, you'll get
on it,
to
right?
you can. We'll say you can get to within 10 feet, and now you're close enough to see that it is a humanoid. You can assume human. Actually, it's lying face down in the sand, but you can see that he's wearing the Centrus Fleet regalia.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, does anyone I recognize? They're face down.
Yeah.
You said
They're
sorry?
face
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
I'm gonna take the butt of my biggest pin, and I'm gonna kind of poke at. Hey, I don't think you're awake, but I'm gonna try this anyway. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Just say boop as you poked him with your.
You just say boop?
Just say boo.
I said it really under my breath. I'm supposed to
Roll perception, see if I heard the
Yeah, you can roll a perception check to see if you can hear the boop.
I would love to.
These rolls are 4.
This could be my best roll. What? No, it's,
It's
a
a
7.
15.
Would you like?
I got a 7.
Would you like to roll stealth or deception
I
against it?
just rolled the stealth check and I got
Yeah.
a 9, so.
Okay, they hear the boops. We just write down that as
Oh, boy.
the name of the next episode. They hear the
boops.
boops.
They hear the boops.
I'm not one for I don't know how. I noticed does Dalen have like stuff on him, like religious regalia? Because I know you're a paladin, but I don't know. Like out of fiction, I know you're a paladin, but I don't know if I know it in fiction.
I mean, I have on me a amulet. I guess around my neck.
Like say,
But
would you
probably
be
in-
wearing it prominently? Would you? Or
Probably, no, probably tucked in the chainmail,
Mhm.
and like probably throughout, like it would fall out on occasion. Just put it back. Like it's not a big deal. So
Okay.
I don't know if you've had the opportunity to see it yet, but
I probably wouldn't be staring
No.
at your chest the whole time, so
Would you?
not yet.
Ah.
So I guess I'll go in and I will. All right, and I will. Since we booped to no effect, I will pull the body out of the water as carefully and respectfully as I can.
All right, cool. So it's out of the water. It's in that bit in between where the sand never dries. You know, where the waves will come up
Yeah.
and go away, and then it's the dark sand sort of lightens slightly before the waves come again. He's sort of in that area at the moment, but you can sort of pull the body away. Give me just give me a straight up strength check, I guess.
Okay. A 10.
Okay, you're going to be able to pull him. It's just a regular humanoid, and with time you'll be able to. But with a 10, you're pretty clumsy. You fall over at one point down to a knee. You manage to sort of get him up and pull him away. Are you going to turn him as you pull him
Yeah,
away?
I'll turn him face as I'll pull him. I'll put him on his back so we can get a look at who this person might be.
This is
I would
a thin human. They have brilliant strawberry blonde hair that's in a terrible bowl cut. They have a button nose and freckles across their cheeks. It is a young boy. He doesn't look older than 15.
Shoot.
We
I
go ahead.
don't know if there's like a sign of the cross that you would do for like old Zor or something for someone lost at sea, but if there's an equivalent, I'll just quickly like do it.
Yeah, what god would be the most adequate to call upon at this moment?
So, most of the people of Ashtan are polytheists, in as much as they praise all gods relatively equally. Most prayers that are used by your average Joe in Ashtan will just speak to the gods, in the same way that we would blaspheme by saying, "Oh God" or "Jesus Christ."
Yeah.
They will just say, "By the gods," or what have you. Anyone that sort of specifically leans towards a god, such as usually people within religious doctrine, so druids, paladins, you would expect to sort of focus towards one god. Then, of course, there are people who go even further and only celebrate one god, and you would consider those to be more like cults. But for the most part, people sort of celebrate all of the gods as an overall doctrine. As far as death goes, there is a god of death known as the Finality, but it's, of all of the gods, the least prayed to. The god of death is considered more a caretaker who deals with the passage of souls rather than a deity so to speak. Similar to how the finality, similar to how we sort of have the depiction of death being the Grim Reaper. It's not necessarily that someone would pray to. It's just somebody who deals with that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do.
Cool.
I will just not call out, but like, hope the finality finds the proper place for your soul. And if his eyes are open, I want to close his eyes. I want to mention that the god of death, not a prayer, but just like a hey, watch out for him.
Yeah, hope you find your way kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really done the sort of specifics of each god's sort of rituals, but yeah, in the same way that like Egyptians would place coins on their eyes to pay the toll kind of thing, you take a moment to go
the
through
safe
the
passing of the boy's soul.
Awesome. He's wearing it's not a dog tag in the sense that we would know, but all of you wear a chain with some sort of details on for this very purpose, unfortunately, basically, yeah.
And since I'm down there and doing all this, I'll grab them or look at them.
It says it's got some numbers that you sort of you all have your own sort of identification number. The name is Oliver Palm.
Palm, like a tree,
like a palm tree.
No, sorry, P-O-M-M. Pom.
Oh,
like a pommy.
Pomegranate. There you go.
Okay. Kid's name was Oliver. I like how it's kind of fucked up that his numbers was the first thing listed. His ID number, then his name.
Well,
I guess that's what's important to the brass, I guess.
We're all just a number. I mean,
I'll take them off and just kind of hold on to them.
Did you two know him?
Was it one of those situations where it's like probably saw them on the ship?
Yeah. If any of you want to roll history, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
This is the role I'm never.
It's a really big coincidence.
Yeah, this is the role I'm never particularly sure about. Like I always think of history as to be like ancient, I
think so too.
I want you to roll to see if you can recall something.
Like
you
a
have a
character's history. Yeah. I got a dirty 20.
5. I don't have a history with this person.
Now I did roll a 2, but I was stationed up in the crow's nest. They usually send kids up and down the crow's nest too, so maybe I have a better idea.
All of you kind of. I mean, you recognize the face from being on the ship with you. Bjorn, you were in the same sort of company during your 3 weeks training. You didn't particularly speak to Oliver much, but the last 3 weeks you've been near him.
Oh, you know what? I know this guy. We didn't say anything.
Yeah. Let me look at him. Yeah.
Anyways.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, should we? And I don't even want to mention it, but we're kind of trained to do this. We need to see if he has supplies on him.
Yeah, it's your job then.
Yeah.
We haven't checked back in yet. They think we're dead for all I know. You can do that if you want. I feel we should maybe. Are we just gonna leave him here?
Yeah, we have his numbers. It's time to go.
He should be buried, or I don't know, something, or at least.
A shovel.
Sorry, did you want to search him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You find everything that you would expect to find. There is a sort of a small knife, a few other bits and bobs. There is a water skin. It looks like it wasn't sealed properly and it's sodden. There's no real rations on him or anything like that. In his top breast pocket, there is an envelope that's again sort of sodden and wet, but you can make out in quite scrawled writing on the front. It says "Mom."
I'm not going to read the rest of this, but we need to keep this note close and give it to. We need to find his mom. It's his last wishes, I'm sure.
Or just a note. Either way, she should probably have it.
Yeah.
I don't know if many
Kinda why-
16-year-olds write their wills.
It's kind of why
You weren't trained to do that when you first joined the army. I mean,
I don't have anything.
you're gonna die. We're in the army.
Day one, you're gonna die. So
Will writing 101.
yeah.
First class. I
But
don't
yeah,
have
that's-
anything to give people, so no.
Well, that's sad.
I'm sure we should keep it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we should find out. Like, maybe they'll, once we go, they'll let us find out where this kid lives, and we can bring his parents his stuff at the very least.
There's no like driftwood or anything around.
Oh yeah. There's quite plenty of it, to be honest. Mostly, there are occasionally sprouting from the grass is what you assume were trying their hardest to be trees, and have since just turned into sort of basically stood up driftwood. And of course, there's stuff along the beach as well. Yeah.
Well,
You
Galen,
actually
said gotta-
see. Sorry, just to mention, you actually see that sort of like teared bark driftwood. You know, the sort of very white gnarled wood. But also you see the occasional plank as well, bit of rope.
Oh,
As you go as well.
Some
You could
fluff from
perhaps assume you and young Oliver have both washed up along this coast. You can assume that perhaps a bit of the ship might as well.
Well, it wasn't much for ritual, but family worshipped old Zor, I guess, and they say you're supposed, if someone's shipwrecked, you're supposed to bury him with the part of the ship if you can find it. So, want to give me a hand, Dalen?
Yeah, we should bury him for sure.
Should be easy
We'll
in the
have to-
sand.
Yeah, if the stories are even remotely true, we don't need anybody snacking on.
Well, they do that. Bjorn's gonna retune his music box to be a sad music box now.
Go back to sad. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do some sad music box music.
Yeah, sad music box. Yeah. Okay.
Sad music
So
There
I
you go.
have a shovel. So I will start digging.
Okay, give me a
Great.
give me a
I'll
strength.
help him out.
Give me a. Well, the thing is, you're gonna get it done, aren't you? So
Probably a time
Oh,
thing.
no.
give me a strength
And I'll
check
get
to see how
timer,
long
how
it.
well.
Yeah, give me a strength check to see how long it takes you. Then.
When you said you're gonna help, do you want to
I'm
roll?
gonna
or
help
do you want
him.
just me? Do you want me to roll with advantage, or do you want to roll? First one. For 17.
I'll roll.
You should. You probably. Are you strong or are you dex?
I'm quite strong.
Okay. Yeah. Same.
All right,
Except
guys.
when
All right, guys.
Rolled the 7.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, you both are so fucking strong. Okay.
I'm strong, real strong.
I'm 17 strong, bitch.
I'm 18 strong, motherfucker.
Oh no, I mean I rolled a 17. I am also 18 strong, bitch.
Sure. Like, I gotcha. I rolled an 11, so I'm not that strong.
All this shit talking for an 11.
With with the 17, it takes you an hour maybe to dig. I mean, it's easy to dig through the sand, but you are going to have to dig pretty low for
Heavy
this
sand.
poor guy not to just come back up again.
Heavy wet sand.
Yeah, so you take your time and you all sort of chip in. Buren is there for moral support perhaps, but you
Box.
you eventually are able to place Oliver in the ground, and you place a piece of the ship along with him.
Mhm.
Cool. And
Oh, that was perfect timing.
Like,
Wow, you like
crossed
planned
around his, like he's holding it crossed around his arms or something.
okay, yeah. So you place him down with a board from the ship and his arms crossed. You make sure his eyes are closed as you fill the hole back in. Again, takes you another sort of a good sort of 45 minutes, maybe an hour to close it back up again. Do you wish to mark the grave?
Yeah, I'll take some driftwood. And does Zor have a symbol?
He's very often pictured as with a trident. Let's tell you a bit about Old Zor.
Okay.
Most of the gods on Ashtan have not really shifted in appearance since they've been known to the denizens of the place. But Old Zor has quite drastically. In fact, he wasn't always called Old Zor. He used to be called Zor. He was muscular, young, fit. He was a merman, but his top half was incredibly muscular. He had long, flowing golden locks and a long, flowing golden beard, and he would wield a mighty trident. And over the years, he has aged, for want of a better word. The only real thing that he has kept are his tusks. He has a mighty pair of walrus-style tusks. But otherwise, the flowing locks have thinned and greyed. He's still bearded, but he doesn't have the mighty sort of woven beard like the sort of thing Dalen has. It's more of a, this is just hair on his face. And he's also gained quite a bit of weight as well. He now looks like an old, haggard fisherman who also happens to be a merman, rather than the mighty Poseidon-esque character that he used to be. But still, his symbology of a trident continues, despite him, as far as you guys know, I haven't really seen him wield it or heard of him wielding it.
Cool. I guess I'll I don't know. I'll just stick 3 driftwood things to mark the grave. Like, that's close enough to a trident, right?
Yeah. Or a bear claw. I mean,
Good enough for me.
yeah, sure.
So as I know Dalen and Diarmid, you both sort of favour Old Zor, right?
I think I do more of like a
Diarmid does, yeah, because it's a family thing, right?
I'm probably more
fisherman.
Oh,
Fisherman.
Mathila, yeah,
Mathila?
as a dwarf, yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with that, but equally like trying to be more about all of them.
Uh-huh.
So.
Buren, is there anyone you particularly?
No, that wasn't a focus of the family, really.
That's fine, no problem at all. So, as military men, despite being very sort of fresh and not particularly into the idea from the sounds of things, Urso, the god of war, is the god favored by military. So a lot of sort of official ceremony would revolve around Urso as well. But to be honest with you, the feel of the majority of the people who live in Ashtan is that if you're praying to one of the gods, you ain't going far wrong.
Oh, kind of like
I try to like Diarmid worships Old Zor the way that like most people are technically Christian, i.e. I do Christmas, but I don't really go to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
You're
I should probably do something about it.
Socially religious, sure.
Yeah. Buren feels
Because I'm supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Interesting you say Christianity. Like a lot of Jews. A lot of Jews are socially Jewish, right?
I don't have the cultural.
Don't necessarily practice, but do all the meal and and everything else, festivities and stuff. Yeah, so that's fine. You place the I don't want to say gravestone, but the marker there for Oliver. Anything else before you move along? So that's taken. That's probably added about 3 hours maybe to your journey. You were traveling for an hour or two before that happened, so you will say that it's sort of 1 in the afternoon now, perhaps maybe a little later, and you still have around 4 hours of travel to go, I would say.
Okay.
I really don't hope we find more of them. Mostly because I don't think we have the time anymore. I don't know. We did one. Probably enough, right? That's probably enough, right? All of a sudden. Fine, we're fine.
Onward.
Anyway, I mean,
let's keep on going and.
I think Dalen is kind of just. This is the first time he's probably seen death this up close.
And
it's like, I think there's also that whole thing of we were washed up on the same beach in the same accident, and here we are. Like, shit. Like, He's kind of reckoning with that as we walk, I think.
You head along the beach as the sun begins to rise. It's now right over your heads, and whilst not the height of summer, it's still pretty warm. Your clothes crinkle and crust as the sea salt that's dried on them and sand continues to sort of break away. It's not comfortable. But Fort Charge begins to come closer as you continue making your way, and we will stop there for a quick break, if that's okay.
Yeah, I was just about to ask for a break.
Yeah, so go and freshen up your drinks, go and pee, see whatever else you want to do. I'll jump into chat for a second. I see no one has died yet. Disappointing. No, nobody's died yet. Well, no player characters have died yet. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. Before we do that, I'm actually going to show you something super cool, which is a trailer for a new show coming to D&D. It's a digital DM. It's called the Extemporal Academy. It is improv night meets Dungeons and Dragons. Very different to this, but hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be at Wednesdays at, we've got the time frames right, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, which is going to be 6 p.m. currently in the UK. So hopefully it means more people from the UK will be able to join us, because this is going out at silly o'clock. I'll run the trailer and then we'll go for a BR back stream for a couple of minutes. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you in a moment.
Cool.
Within the walls of this academy there are many books. These books contain worlds, and these worlds are broken. It is our job to fix them. That's where you come in, agents. And we are back.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good time with the music as well. Awesome. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, hopefully you can catch us on Wednesday for Extemporal Academy. It looks good fun. It's an improvised one-shot D&D series where you, the audience, play the Dungeon Master role. It might not work at all, and we might do one episode and never again. So make sure you're there on Wednesday to watch the only ever one.
Nice.
Now will that also be
one-time
available
event.
on
It
YouTube
might-
later, John?
A one-time event.
Depends how it
might be
goes.
weekly.
But yes, it should be. But yes, today this one is being recorded. I've double checked, and it's there. So these will be going on to these will be going on to YouTube afterwards as well. So from now on, you'll be able to come and join us over there if you've missed it. But then if you're hearing this and you're not watching live, then you've already figured that out. I guess. So well done, you.
Good job. Ta-da.
Awesome. Right, we will continue on. Our party is making their way along the coast of the Mulish Plains in the centrus region of Ashtan, heading towards their home, for want of a better word, of Fort Charge. They unfortunately had to place to rest a comrade of theirs, Oliver Pom, who also washed up along the same shores as them, but perhaps definitely wasn't so lucky, unfortunately. As you continue on, you hear a kerfuffle. I don't like the word kerfuffle, but it describes what you hear exactly.
Disturbance.
There are voices shouting at each other, and occasionally almost the sounds of not explosions, but there are large sort of bangs that you can hear as well, louder than perhaps just somebody dropping something. Loud bangs and a commotion up ahead.
Like
Like
where it's directly where we're going to be going, or off the side?
It feels like it's a little bit away from the coast, but it feels like if you continue along the coast, you will pass it.
We'll still see it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna waltz on in, waltz on by. We're gonna. I kind of look around. We're gonna sneak into.
When you say sneak, I kind of, well,
Oh yeah, I
I don't know
laugh.
about you, but I just like rattle my chainmail. Like, this doesn't go well.
Yeah, no, we're not sneaking anywhere.
You sneak in the completely daylit
That was
open beach.
On a beach.
Well,
I
you do
some
have
grasses.
You do have a shovel, Dalen.
Well, unless you want to dig a tunnel, then
We will never get back to the fort. They died in a tunnel.
yeah. Okay, so our options are dig a tunnel.
DM, we build a tunnel.
Yeah.
We tunnel
We
under them.
Okay.
Yep.
As you continue on, we'll say that you move forward a little bit, and you can you see up in the
Proceeding with caution. Let's say
proceeding with caution. And
yeah.
before any of this acknowledges you, you can see up in the dunes a small wagon being pulled by a single horse. On top of it is a small figure, and surrounding the wagon are maybe 3 or 4 taller figures. And you can hear that the taller figures that are on the ground are shouting up to the one on the wagon, and the one on the wagon is sort of shouting down back to them.
So the driver is small, and then you said there's 3 taller.
It seems there are 3. You can make out 3. Yeah.
Are we supposed, as like members of the army, are we supposed to be bound to like duty bound to help people, or not really?
Have we graduated
Like
yet?
any like oath
officially-
or something weird?
Officially, you would be considered the keepers of the peace of this region. Yes. Yes.
but I'm all salty and crusty.
The fort charge military are singularly kept there, in case. But also, you are fed out to the local villages and cities as the city and town guard as well on rotation.
Okay, well, with that in mind, then Bjorn's just going to naturally start to march up to this and see what's going on. How you doing? What is your business?
Oh.
All right, let's just
follow
keep
Charlie,
on
follow
marching
Charlie.
up.
As you get a little closer, you see the one that's on top of the wagon.
Leroy.
As you Leroy it, before you get too close, you see the one that's on top of the wagon throw a hand out, and 3 sort of magical orbs come flying from him, and they look like they're being aimed at one of the figures on the ground, but they sort of miss and smash around him, and sand sort of throws up around him, and you can just hear a lot of shouting. You can't really make out what any of them are saying at this distance.
I'm gonna try to like dust off my uniform a little bit and bring out my biggest pin and just kind of use it as like a walking stick, I guess, for now. I probably have been doing that, but
I take my axe and just or my shield. Start trying to knock off as much salt and sand as
I thought you were like, my shield's a shotgun.
That's what I heard as well.
I'm hitting I'm just trying to knock off as much salt and sand as I can.
Oh, nice.
To make it look like I didn't almost drown.
You didn't just wash up.
Yeah.
12 hours ago. Yeah.
Bjorn takes out his crossbow, but struggles and kind of falls forward. He's like, I'm good. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Great warrior family. Huh?
As you get close enough to see what's going on, you also get close enough that they notice you. They see you all wearing the guards regalia, and one of the 3 men on the ground look over to you and say, "Oh, thank goodness, Centrus guards! This man has swindled us. Has swindled our town." And as he's saying that, the gentleman on top of the wagon, you see now, is a gnome, and he's holding a wand, and he shouts, "These 3 men are trying to rob me! Please help me!"
I'll walk forward, and they definitely fake voice, like, "Oh, okay, hold on there, citizens.
So
the
the
Centris fleet has come to I don't know.
there is an official
It's
sort of
way too close to
there
home.
there is a sort of official Centris Fleet sort of opening line, and that is "Speak truth as the gods are watching." That is how you would
we would have been
approach
taught that.
you would approach the
I brush
situation.
him off, and I just say, "Speak truth, for the gods are watching."
What he said.
Yeah.
And they continue to shout over each other. The three gentlemen on the ground insist that this man has swindled them, and the guy above is shouting that they're trying to rob him. Are you continue to approach?
Yeah, I mean, they're not angry at us necessarily.
It seems
No.
like they're
No, they're not.
yet.
Like, is
Not
there
yet.
any way? Like, I don't. Can I look around? Like, an insight, invest, or some sort of?
You can give me
Or like just to get them to calm the hell down and stop talking over each other.
You continue to sort of speak truthfully speak the truth for the gods are watching.
Repeating it.
They break away to shout for help and then break back again. But you can roll an insight to get some more knowledge of them if you wish. There's other things.
Oh, it's a 3.
Yeah,
I'll
you
roll
yeah.
that as well. I got a 19.
Okay,
well,
cool.
Hey, look at that.
With a 19 then sure. So you see the three men on the ground. They're wearing sort of hempen clothes, a few bits of leather armor. They're all holding weapons of sorts. One of them is clearly holding a pitchfork, but the other two seem to be holding swords. Actually the swords let me just start that again. One of them is holding a pitchfork. The other two have swords on their back, but they're also holding sort of small crossbows that they're attempting to fire up at this chap, but he's managing to sort of duck down into the wagon and come up again. He, on the other hand, is wearing relatively fine clothes, more the sort of thing that you would expect a nobleman to be wearing. His wagon is relatively neat, but it's not the sort of wagon that a nobleman would travel in. It looks more like a salesman's wagon, like a traveler's wagon. On the back there are various crates and boxes and a small chest that's sort of strapped around to the back that you would assume he uses to keep his gold in. It looks like he's holding a wand.
Would we know about are those like the Centris fleet or the army sort of like the main town guards, or does each town have like a militia? Like, is it weird that these peasants have swords and crossbows, like actual martial weapons? So
the Centris fleet is basically the town guard for the larger cities and settlements. So for for a fact, you've been told that Forworth, Bilston, and Bilge all you feed into all of those. You also have an outpost in a place called Pikewater down the road, which is actually an incredibly small place. But it's where ships are built, so you have a sort of
I see it.
You have a presence in Pikewater.
Outside.
How close are we?
But otherwise, places like Carup and Faldir, they would have more of a sort of traditional militia, like volunteers, maybe retired. Retired fleet members would go back,
like outfitted.
They would go back home. They would take their gear with them. But yeah, you would assume that every sort of named place on here, at least, you wouldn't be surprised for some people to have swords and what have you.
Yep.
But also, the place you're in, you were warned that it's the kind of place where bandits would hang out.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at.
It's difficult to tell. These folks could be bandits. They could be militia. The guy on the wagon could be a traveling salesman who's been attacked, or he could be something that's That's the point.
I
gather. I'm trying to know what I know in the fiction. Okay, fine. Everyone, please just Where the townsfolk? Yes, you 4.
3.
You have names, I presume.
3.
They do
3.
not
I can't count.
break the fight long enough to converse with you. They just keep
Ah.
turning and saying, "Please help us! Please help us!"
I want to grapple one of them in like a non-combative, just like, all right,
Wait,
everyone, just
wait.
calm the hell down. Oh,
You're-
go ahead, sorry.
You're running into
Because
grab.
like we didn't. Well,
You're-
hold on, because we
I
didn't.
think we're.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep.
You're-
Because Buren there rolled really. We didn't notice any of that. Buren noticed.
Sure. Yeah. Technically. Yeah.
So,
Buren all
Buren, how do
this.
you?
Tell us.
So yeah, those are. So I
Yeah.
just told it. So I'm just gonna turn to the other two and say, "Do you want me to get their attention?"
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get them to shut up.
And if
Oh,
they
I
don't
can-
shut up, let's just fucking leave. Like. Really.
Oh, I can get their attention, and we're gonna do magical tinkering, and I'm going to do a sound effect that sounds like a fucking cannon just went off, or like a bomb just went off.
Okay.
Basically. And I'm gonna like throw it in their direction. I don't know how far we are from them, but are we...
You're not particularly far. 30 feet.
Okay, so as long as they can hear it, then
Yeah. Okay.
So I make this little bomb sound effect and make it go
Okay.
off.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You make a. Where are my dice? I want to see what
I
they.
gotta-
I want to see what they think.
I only have one more of those I can do before.
Oh, so it doesn't. It's
I
a,
have 4.
I was thinking it was a bit OP.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have one more time.
Okay. This noise goes off, and all of them drop to the ground for a second, and very sort of scrabble around a minute. The one in the wagon sort of drops down. You can't see him, and after a moment, they sort of look around and get up, and one of the 3 on the ground turns to you, and under his breath, not under his breath, exasperated, as if to nobody, says, "Oh, these by the gods, these corrupt militia! You take what you wish from the wagon once you've helped. If that's what you need, take what you wish from the wagon once you've helped." And
Addressing us.
addressing you, yeah, sort of as if he feels as if you're sort of
Like attacking them now, or
not attacking them, but you're sort of trying to say, well, what's in it for us, kind of thing, you know, like the fact that you haven't run in, they perhaps have a feeling that the sort of the military are a little
sus.
overbearing.
When he says that, does it sound like he's like genuine, or if that's like a rehearsed thing he's said to try to
Give me an insight
get
check.
the guard? Yeah. 18.
Hey.
It sounds pretty genuine.
Cool. All right, no. All right, everyone, stop talking and listen to us now. Right now, you stop talking, and I'll just like chunk my pike on the ground again.
Okay.
Do they seem to respond?
You give me a
Intimidation.
intimidation. That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1.
They
Plus 3.
at this point they're all
4. I got-
at this point they're all back up and firing each
Can
other.
I-
Arrows flying up to
My
him.
little javelin
By the gods.
and do it.
You going for it? Yeah.
You're running in.
Yeah. I'd rather persuade them. Be like, look, we could figure this out if you just give us a chance to talk to you.
Okay, cool. Give me a persuasion check.
It's 15.
Okay, the 3 who are at the ground, 2 of them sort of keep their eyes on this guy, but one of them, a different one this time, sort of breaks away and says, "I can't believe that the military that protect this place won't listen to its people. Look at him."
Trying right now, friend, but you won't stop screaming about it. So why don't we all calm down and sort this out like gentlemen? Maybe a little bit?
I am more than happy to calm down if he, and as he says he, again, these 3 balls just go off the wagon, but this time they smash into him and he flies into a dune next to you.
I had enough. I'm going to go
That's
after
it.
this gnome.
Okay. That's it.
Yep.
Roll initiative.
You're under arrest?
I need to get a initiative beer real quick.
Initiative beer. This week's initiative is sponsored by beer.
Yeah. I got a 3 on my initiative.
That's really good.
3, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I got
I'm-
a 14.
Okay, okay. So
like
let's take a
Dalen has
little,
just had enough of this. I'll kill them all.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm crusty.
Okay.
I'm salty.
15 for Bjorn. Did you give me a roll, or did you
13.
just sort yourself a beer out? Yeah.
I got 13.
So
got the important stuff out of the way first.
yeah. So Diarmid got a 15. Bjorn got a 13. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a 14, if it matters.
It doesn't, but that's fine. Thank
Cool.
you. Let's roll it. All right, and then I'm just trying so hard not to say the name of their stat box to keep it completely open for you.
Cool. There, pigeons.
And Dalen got a 3, was it?
3.
Oh,
Boys.
buddy. Okay.
All right, let me just double.
I got a rock.
Okay.
What do we have? A
Um,
mappa? La
Oh, you
mappa?
do? Yeah, there we
Mappe.
go. I'll move you over there.
Nice.
I don't own any token with vision. Well,
Um,
That's
fucking
cryptic.
Ah, sure. So I haven't put you guys on it. Apologies. Sorry. There we go.
Ooh, did we get farther than you thought we would?
Okay. So can you just not see anything right now then?
No,
No, you can't see.
not a
Correct.
thing.
Okay. No,
Enough.
I've just forgot to drag you on. So I think as I drag you guys on, boop,
Yep.
it should sort of pop up for you.
There we go.
Yeah. Look.
There you go.
There we go.
Control.
Oh,
Yes, I
cool.
control.
Oh, that's really cool. I can see stuff.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, that's awesome.
area.
So have you got the area? Okay.
But
So
only what you let us see, right?
that is cool, but you should see it all because it's daylight. So let me
Okay.
figure out how to turn that off.
In the future, that'll be very.
Oh, should we stop moving because
really
I'm revealing more of the
probably-
map?
no. You
Oh,
should.
we're gonna see all of it.
Is it all lighting up for you now?
Yeah.
I only see the
Oh, I
corner
see.
that I'm in, and unless I explore more, then I can see more.
Oh, really? You should be able to see the lot.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Hold on
Okay.
then. Hold
I
on.
mean,
I
I
can-
can just.
That's okay. I'll just explore the whole
Switch
thing.
around.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can fix it. Hold on. Let me just
All right, Bob Builder. Let's
let me
go.
just press that. There you go.
Hey.
There we go.
Okay. So first of all, come
Back
back
down.
come back over here.
yep.
Back over here, please. Yes.
No.
Back
Can't make
I love our
Oh.
enemies. They look awesome.
over
Oh, yeah, this,
here.
yeah.
I was just,
Okay.
yeah, the camera was called. They're very
Um,
fun little guys.
Okay,
You said we were
so
in 30 feet, right?
yeah, so I'm going to say this guy here on the right, he was the one, he was thrown against this sort of broken tree here. And he's at least unconscious. So yeah, so you folks can sort of, I don't know why my little pointer thing's not working, but you can come, yeah, around where
You let
Diarmid
us
is.
move within 30
Yeah.
feet of the cart?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
but keeping it towards this sort of bottom corner, yeah.
Yeah.
You're up there. I'm kind of back there.
Is this within 30 of this guy? 35 is. I'd rather it be. Is it okay if I move up to 30?
Sure. You went in there, right? So
You were
you're
starting for
you're
it,
up
yeah.
ahead, yeah. Well, he says that he's
Yeah,
the
with
bottom
my
of this.
Freaking natty 1.
All right, cool. Let me just grab my.
You get a +2 then, huh? I got plus nothing. I can't wait till I'm gonna get a 1 once. It's gonna be a really fun time.
Let's see. Oh, what's to initiative?
Yeah.
Nice.
If he rolled a 1 and got a 3,
I got a 1. I got a +2 to initiative.
nice.
It's my dex, right? Dex is what does it?
It's
Yep.
Dex is the difference, isn't it? Yeah. All right, cool. The chap up on the wagon sees you approach, and he says, "Please, sir, no need to come any closer. Just take these guys out. They're trying to rob me."
How do you reckon that works?
I'm traveling through. I stay off the main road because of my rare goods.
Road is safer. This place is fraught with bandits.
Not
Pretty
if you're passing bandits. Pass. If you take a look at the map, can you look at the map? No,
No.
no, you can't because
Oh no!
I took it off you.
I got the world map.
Yeah, if you look at this map, hold on, activate. There we go. You'll see there if you were traveling from Carup to Falda here, there is a road that goes off Edgewood between the mountains.
Kind of in the middle of the plains.
Yeah, and that's known as Bandits Pass.
Oh.
So we might be helping bandits if we.
We could kill all of them.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at, aren't we?
We're the monsters in this story, guys.
Yep.
We're the monsters they tell.
We the baddies.
Were we
The good thing is I don't act first, so.
No, you don't. So this guy, but from what you said, then this fellow is going to go for you, and he's. Oh, I just closed the window again. Hold on, sorry, folks. Sorry, it's going to mess up Google.
You're not the Google.
Google knows all.
Okay. All right. So yeah, he says that to you, but you don't seem to back down. So he jumps up out of his wagon and points towards you a thin, ornate-looking stick of wood, and from it, these three balls appear and shoot down towards you, Dalen. Bang, smack, 1, poof, 2, poof, 3. Each of them smacks into you. You take 7 points.
Wow.
Of
Holy shit!
damage. You still up?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I take my shield.
I have
just
no
as best
idea
I
what
can.
any of your HP is. Yeah, I'll say it now. I have no idea what any of your HP is. So,
That's
you know.
BPK. Bandit weapon.
Genius. Cool. Diarmid, you're up.
Oh man. So we can't really help your bandit situation if you kill us. That seem to make sense?
Yes, but he was coming for me.
We'd have to get towards the cart if we want to sort this out. Come
Well-
on, man.
Take the bandits out and you're welcome to whatever you want from this cart.
I hate this game.
Who's right?
You hate this game when I'm running it. Make sure you know that.
Not D&D.
Just Jonty's dude.
John D&D?
Fraught with moral quandary.
It's 4.5
Love-
D&D with Grunty.
Love me
Yeah.
some moral quandary.
Oh yeah, you gotta. How high is this cart off the ground? Could if I run to there,
It
could I
isn't
get
particularly
up on the
high.
cart?
So the cart that he's the bit where he sort of stood on is maybe 10 feet from the ground, maybe if even that. There's barriers all around it, so he's currently in half cover.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say
if I wanted to,
I would say you can either make a check, acrobatics or athletics check, or use 10 feet of movement to get up and into it.
I'm gonna try to get up there because I think I can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get up. If I use an acrobatics check to leap into the thing.
Yeah, if you get acrobatics or similar with a DC of 15, will get you up there.
We like athletics check or
Athletics is fine, yeah.
cool. 18.
Yep, great. You
Awesome.
run and vault up into there with him.
All right, cut out this wand nonsense. I'm gonna try to like full Nelson grab him.
All right, cool. You want to do a grapple?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a strength v his strength, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Cool. Let's just see what his strength is.
I got a 15.
Okay, that's probably going to beat him because his is low. Because he's a little gnome guy. Yeah, you grapple him.
Awesome. All right, that's enough funny business, okay? You, and I'll point to the little token with the green shirt.
Sure.
You go first. Talk first. Now.
I don't know what more to say. we're from Karab down the road. We've managed to follow him here to his camp. He came into our village and tried to sell us different oils and herbs that would help us. But it turns out it's all just junk. One of them's just we think it might just be piss.
Well, let's take a look at this piss.
Aelin yells, "What's your name, little man?"
To the fellow on the cart.
Yeah.
He the guy on the cart says as he's getting and he says, "Unhand me and I will speak to you."
I don't.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we tried
what?
that, and then you threw a bunch of beads at my friend. So
all
I think
right.
we're gonna start from here now.
This is easily 6 seconds.
Oh yes.
Buren, what do you want to do?
I thought we were gonna get out of initiative. To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, at this point, no, because he's going to be able to
He's gonna
try and
try to
break
lie,
each
yeah.
turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So until you either like subdue him
right.
or something, I'll say that you're still in initiative.
Okay. How far away? That's not the right one at all. How do you do the ruler? I'll just count 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm too far. I don't want to do what I initially wanted to do because that could hurt him.
You can always say non-lethal.
Okay, I don't know if this. Okay,
You can say non-lethal, but if it was enough to kill him, it'll still make him unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm honestly not really gonna do anything. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself,
Sure.
Cool.
Very good.
and that's it.
Nice.
Awesome.
You get
And
yourself
that's it.
guidance.
Love it.
All right, these three get a go. So they're this guy on the right is wiped out. This fella here is going to be
This one right here.
yeah, the one sort of up against the tree. This one's going to come to here. This guy is going to come down to here. As they run, they're like, let us get. We want to get to him. He's damaged our village. Dalen, you're up.
I want to call out to Deermud. You have rope up there?
Do I have rope up here?
I don't know. You got there's no rope
That's
on
on my
the.
pack.
You've got some
Yeah.
rope. Go ahead.
I've seen you have our pack.
There is rope on the wagon, but it's like each piece is tied and looped around a crate to hold it all in place. Like it would take
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna do something that's totally not initiative-y, but it's my turn. I want to go up and I want to check out this guy's wares. Like I want to take out one of the whatever's in there
Yeah.
The
and
piss.
see what the fuck
piss
it
box.
is. Is it piss or is it?
All right.
So I'm gonna go
This
in, I
is
wanna
piss,
take
my
out
good
one of
man.
his wares, and I'm gonna as I walk up to him, I'll be like, just stand back, just chill out. Everyone just calm down.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. As you head up, yeah. So you can't. It's a raised wagon. Unfortunately, there is the back falls down, but I'm going to say that's an action for you to sort of unclasp that to bring it down, so from the ground to be able to see what's in there.
Okay. Well, I'll yell at him. Just calm down. I'm gonna check this out for myself. No one. Just relax. I'm gonna pull down the.
Okay, cool. So
the
you
bed of the
sort of
wagon.
lean up, and there's a clasp either side of it, and that comes down, and now you've got like a couple of different crates and a small chest. I mean, like it's almost like jewelry box kind of size that's tucked
Yeah.
away, but it's much more sort of secure than a lot of the other sets in there. But I'm gonna say that's your action to get sort of
That's
to
fine.
there and do
Yeah,
all
that's
of that.
fine.
It's
Sure,
back up to the
sure.
trader, so he gets to make another check now against the grapple, I guess.
Just another strength check.
Another
I
strength
think.
check. Is it against your original number, or are you going to roll again
I
as
think
well?
we roll again.
Sure, go for it. He rolled a 3, so I'm going to say he'll probably still got a hold of him.
It's like automatically.
I didn't roll great, but I did roll a 10. So
Nice, there you go. It's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
It's
great.
enough. Okay, Damon, it's your turn.
all right, everyone, step back from the cart. Right, if you want to handle this without bloodshed, you're all going to step about 10 feet away, and you're going to let us handle this. Right? This is how this works. And I'm going to try to sort of more specifically bind Mr. Gnome fella.
Okay, cool. Give me a dex check.
I'm really good at that.
You've been
No,
sarcastic.
so it's been 11. Yeah, I don't have a minus, but plus 0. 11.
Okay. 11. All right, you 11. Oh, it's right down the middle, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
able to start the process, but I'm not going to say that you've managed to bind him enough within this turn.
I still got him though, so he
You,
won't
are
just be
you,
able to run away.
he's still classed as grappled, as far as I'm concerned, but he's not. You can't take your hands away yet.
Cool.
Cool. Buren, you're up.
Bjorn's gonna move like halfway of his movement speed. How do I get off of this so I can move my guy? So we'll go to there, and then
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Good idea.
Oh,
I'd have done that before I cast guidance on myself.
So I didn't realize I had it.
Okay, great.
Session, this is our first encounter being with our stat.
We're doing your stuff. That's right. Yeah.
Like, my bad. That's my bad.
Where's your ballistas now?
Yeah.
The bottom of the ocean.
G10.
Okay, cool. All right, you casting magic. You spend a few moments sort of closing your eyes, concentrating, and the very swiftly the wind and the sea starts to die down, and eventually the shouting that's happening in front of you starts to die down as well. And as you open your eyes, in front of you, the cart is glowing slightly. The glow is coming from the stick that is in his hand, and it is. You get to know the School of Magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is. Bum, 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 bum. It is a. It's Schools of Magic, man. I always forget about him. Evocation magic.
That's like the fireball.
The hardy kind.
Herdy kind.
Yeah, the hardy kind, right?
Yeah. Other than that, doesn't seem to be much kicking off.
Okay.
Yeah, now that my
just
wife
gonna-
is playing a wizard, I understand some of the schools of magic.
It's. Do you know what? It's one of those things that I just don't remember. I wonder if it's on my DM
it's
screen.
hard.
Abjuration, illusion.
Yeah, they're not even on my DM
Conjuration,
screen. I should add it to
evocation.
that.
Yeah, they should be.
Divination.
That's one of
Yeah,
those
They really
that's-
should.
that's a good
Those
idea.
really should be.
I would take Schools of Magic on the DM screen over like travel pace or cost of drink. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go. There is evocation magic kicking off there.
Cool.
I mean,
But
it was
just
a
the
great.
one?
It was just the one, as far as you can tell. Yeah, it was a great move, but like you've seen this one shoot balls out and hit people, so
No,
you haven't really gained
No,
anything
sure,
in that
but
I
regard.
was see if maybe a
But
crate
if the whole,
or
if the
No-
whole cart illuminated, then
Nothing-
we know that
yeah.
there's
Right,
magical
right.
shit in the cart.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
It's a good move.
okay. Yeah, that sounds good then. Good to go. Next turn.
Sorry, I've just read chat. I said I wouldn't read chat because it's going to throw me off, and it totally did. Sorry. Yes, there's a reason why Mass Bandit asked the name of the fucking gnome.
Oh yeah, I saw you kind of getting a little scurvy over there.
You'll see why if you find out what his name is. All right, cool. As Mass Bandit, as you're chatting away, as you're lifting the things down, they're going in. You're asking everyone to stand behind you. You feel a really sharp pain in your back,
Yep.
and you take 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
Demon, I don't remember what your AC is.
Was it the guy? It was the guy behind me.
The
I
guy
assume?
behind you has just stabbed you. Yeah.
16's my AC.
16 AC. Yeah, okay, cool. Whilst you're up there grappling this guy, from just to your left, a crossbow bolt flies past your head.
Oh, by the gods! From my left. So could I have?
Assuming
it
you're
look like it came
facing
from the
up,
boy?
it looked like it came from the guy down on the ground there.
Shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay, not like out of nowhere.
No,
Sure.
it came up and past you. Yeah. Dalen, you're up.
I'm gonna turn. What the fuck?
He's just grinning at you, and he just says, "Stupid soldiers."
All right, I take a swing at him instead.
Go for it.
Fuck you! I'm not a goddamn soldier. The guy battle axe out. Fuck you. Dirty 20.
Nice.
I am one-handing it because I got my shield in another. So.
Okay.
Oh, max damage, 12 damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm pretty sure. For some reason,
Did you just chop his head
I
off?
haven't got the
fucking
number
destroyed that
down.
kid.
I'm pretty fucking sure that he dies now. Yeah, let me just double check. Oh my goodness. He drops to the ground to one knee and is very heavy
That's
breathing.
And I yell to the rest of them, they're fucking bandits!
Of course they are. God,
Kill them!
God damn it.
Man, we need to work on our perception checks.
What's that?
It is the traders go.
He's probably pissed.
It's not your go yet, so you're still grappling him. So can you give me a strength check?
Would you reckon?
Or as a reaction, would you like to drop it?
Yeah. I would say to him, if I see you move off this cart, I'm gonna poke you too, and I'll let him go.
Okay, cool. With that, he fires his wand, points it just up and over at the guy who's just there in front of you, and it hits him. Again, he that really hits him pretty rough. He's also sort of down on one knee and breathing heavily. You can tell they are both sort of very much regretting their decisions.
Actually, don't kill him.
Uh,
I'm up and bring him in.
damn it, it's your go.
It's a real shame I'm not one for clemency. Can I reach him with my spear?
No, not
Yeah,
from on the
reach.
wagon.
Oh, it's the reach weapon.
I know, but that's only 10 feet, and you're sort of 8 feet, 9 feet up, and like behind half cover currently to get to him. So, like, you'd be like just sort of like, he'd be doing this to him.
If I was like here, would I be able to stab him from
Sure.
up on the cart?
I'll say you can get up onto the seat there and sort of poke down at him. Yeah, it's his
Cool.
big pin. Sure.
Yeah, the biggest. Yeah.
Next comes
biggest
Big
penis.
Spoon.
You can try. Are you gonna try
I'm
and
gonna-
pin him to the ground? Is that
Oh,
what
you bet.
Oh,
Oh man, it was almost a natty 20. I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, you mean it rolled off a 20? Sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Rolled
Um,
off a
yeah.
20.
Yeah. Is that it? Just 8?
Yeah. 2. What was it? 2 plus 6.
Oh, right.
I
Okay.
can't see what
Yeah.
y'all are rolling anymore.
Yeah.
I can't either
Oh, really?
on D&D Beyond. I can't either.
I need you to call them
I
out
can
for
see
me
what you're
anyway.
doing.
So,
Oh, here it goes. Or no, it didn't.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
unfortunately, that does miss. Buren, you're up.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Baron's up. So the only one that hasn't been hit is the one by the bush or the tree out.
He's
Yeah,
unconscious. Yeah.
Okay, and the other two are kind of fucked,
Yeah.
and we don't want to kill them.
So what? So you can
make them unconscious.
yeah, you can attack to like incapacitate. So you still
Bring 'em in.
you still do it normally, but if they go to 0 health, they don't die. They don't go into the saving
Okay.
throws. They become incapacitated. They
Bring
become
him in. We
unconscious.
can use him as currency for, why
Right.
we went missing and, I don't know.
Fabricated something like that. Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah,
but
but I
You're
don't
s-
know.
you're
With
still
this place
maybe,
like, are you gonna be pissed that we
you're,
didn't-
you're still maybe 2 hours travel from Fort Worth. From
we'd have to drag 'em
Fort
2
Charge,
hours?
excuse me. Yeah.
I don't want to, and it would be, and I look, and it would, it'd be you and me, dear, but I don't.
Pain in the
wanna-
ass. Yep.
well, maybe if we have one less to carry. Okay. And you said-
That's all I
and,
needed.
He's gonna take the one. Which is there one that looks worse off than the other, or are they about? equal?
Not particularly. No, they're both about equal actually.
Okay, let's take the green guy and fire a firebolt at him.
Go for it.
That's gonna be a 9 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Smashes into
The cart.
the wagon. Yeah, and
Yeah.
as it smashes into the wagon, the horse brays and pulls up its legs.
Oh.
Okay. Commoner's gonna get another
Bear's
go.
back?
Like,
I'm actually
yeah.
gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna move up. Let's see, I can get to you, right? So yeah, I can just get up to Dalen,
Yeah.
No.
and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh.
Nice.
And you are going to recover.
Is that a bonus?
Is
Is that a bonus
Cure Wounds,
action?
Oh, I'm sorry. How
Because
do
you-
you see that? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's an action. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm still gonna move there, but
Sure. No problem. Okay.
Yeah, that'll come in handy after they kill me on their turn.
That's well. Here it comes. Let's see. Natty 1. You're all right. He missed you.
Ooh.
Damon's 1, and the fucking Natty 1 as well. Okay,
Wow.
great.
Let's keep it going.
They both just sort of wave their hands around in front of you, and nothing happens.
They can do.
You made a,
Pulp Fiction
you
by
made a
Jewel.
mighty big mistake, my friend.
Righteous anger. Fucking mad.
Dalen, you're up.
I'm just gonna look this guy down and be like, I believed you. I trusted you. I'm gonna try and decapitate him with my axe.
Go for it.
That's a 13 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
And that is 8 points of slashing damage to him.
Put your actions into words. How'd you do it?
I fucking trusted you. I want to kick him first. And so he goes down and I just... just chop his head.
You kick him in the chest and instantly wind him as he drops down to his knees. The axe comes in and
Yes.
takes his head clean off. All right, he's dead. It is the traders go.
It's all a ruse. What if
Yeah.
he's bad too?
Yeah.
Dammit, can you make
Probably,
a strength check for me?
Yeah,
There
probably.
it is. There it is. No one was the one to
12.
be trusted.
I check.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
Okay. You as you're dealing with the guy down below you, the gnome sort of jumps up behind you onto a crate and just pushes you 5 feet off the cart.
Sure.
We'll put you there. Cool. And I'm afraid I don't have the ability to do this because it's baked into the map. But the horse and cart with the gnome travels 120 feet. So out of the map, basically.
That seems a lot for starting from still there.
Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. Actually, let me have a look then. 120 feet is the movement a horse gets in D&D. No, it's not. I don't know where I read that. 60 feet. Okay, cool. He does 60 feet then. So
The horse takes the
15,
dash
20,
action. I
25,
think it's
30, 35.
Yeah,
I don't really have a stat block for the horse, but basically he moves to the very, very edge of this map, we'll say.
There's nothing I could do to try to, since I'm sort of under the cart, I can't grab on or...
You are away from the car. You're not going to get trampled by it as it runs past, basically. If you would like to... it's your go next. If you would like to attempt to grapple it and go with it, you're welcome to. As he pushes you off, as he pushes you off and he moves away, you just hear him say, "Stupid soldiers."
Yeah.
Do we get a reactionary hit to
so-
the cart as it moves?
You all do. Not to him, but you can attack the cart.
As a
if you
cart,
wish,
I would
yeah.
love to. I'd love to, or whoever goes first. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would love to first try to see if I can get on, if it's my turn.
Yeah,
to try
so,
to,
well-
grab onto the thing.
What we'll do is we'll do reactions first because that's how it would play out, and we'll do reactions in initiative order, and then we'll go back to your initiative. So you can react, but if you don't wish to attack it, then you don't have to, Diarmid.
Okay.
That'd be right. It's tricky on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much do you want us to be able? What do you want us to be able to do on our reaction?
Well, it's an attack of opportunity. He's moving out of your 5
Right,
feet.
that's all you can do is a reaction, right?
Yeah.
I can't do a check as a reaction. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm like.
So if you don't want to take your attack of opportunity and you would rather on yours, I mean, you can try and damage it a bit, and then still try and jump on it.
Yeah, the cart has HP, I guess.
The cart has got a hit points, yeah. So
If we break the,
you break the cart, it's probably dropping him off the back of it. The horse may still run along, but
Yeah,
you know.
I don't give a shit about the horse. The horse
Yeah.
didn't say stupid soldiers.
Can you speak horse?
No, I'm not
Not doing what's counting here now.
Yeah, no Cal.
So Dimaji, are you attacking the thing?
I want to see if I can try to like jam my spear in the spokes. I guess.
Okay, so
to try to, like, get it
hold
to
on.
stop.
That's going to be your action in a moment. But would you like to take an attack of opportunity as it moves away?
Sounds like an attack. Do damage that way. I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
trying to like
Shove it
flavor,
in,
not just
yeah.
like. I'm gonna hit-
Excuse me.
hit,
Sorry.
Cart.
Yeah. That's fine. If you just flavor in the attack, sorry. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move attack.
Yeah.
Where's my thing?
Do the thing.
22.
Oh,
Hits.
14 points.
Cool.
Piercing damage, but yeah, max damage on that one.
Nicely done. Okay. Okay, cool. Make a note of that. All right, cool. Bjorn, attack of opportunity.
yeah, Bjorn's gonna try and light this cart on fire or blow it up with a fireball for fire bolts. Excuse me.
Okay.
So to hit is a natty 1, so a 7.
That just flies. A bolt of fire
Yeah.
flies straight past him. Dalen.
Go for the axle. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
go for the axle.
It should
It
matter.
could if you made it matter.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should matter. We'll
18.
see. Yeah, hits.
Would you roll?
Mm,
18.
8 points of damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean you've done a good chunk of damage there, and you both hit it pretty well. We'll say that as you make those two attacks, it veers the wagon sort of away from the horse. It's still attached, but it slowed him down. We'll say it only moves it sort of like 30-40 feet as the horse sort of stumbles. Diarmid, you're now able to take your turn.
I'd love to try to, as it goes by, like grab a hold and try to.
All right, so we'll say at the end of its
Be really
turn, it's moving to
cool.
here. All right, cool. Go for it, mate. Give me a. Are you trying to sort of dexterously limp it to the side, or is it more of a just stick a hand out and a strength based?
I mean,
Right,
I would
for
love
it.
strength based.
Yeah, I'm happy with you. Just kind of, the old,
Like your
in the old movies where you just used to go on the back of the trolley and you just get taken down the road.
Right.
I'm more than happy if you just stick your hand out and see what happens. That's fine. Go for it.
You make a strength check or like an athletics check?
Give me a strength check. Yeah.
Ugh, man. 11.
I don't think that's enough to warrant it. But
I
again,
have to start breaking out my actual dice here.
I see my actual dice are not doing well for me tonight. So there you go, eh? Bjorn, you're up.
All right, so the cart is up in this blue box.
We'll say it's up
there.
there.
Well,
yeah.
actually, real
Oh, go
real
ahead.
quick,
Yep.
if it's because I still have movement and stuff.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Yeah.
If I fail to grab on and it's moving,
Yeah.
relatively close by, I want to see if I can run up next
Run
to it.
along with. Yeah. Just throw yourself up sort of to the side of it there. Then yeah.
Yeah, I'll take whatever attack of opportunity.
He's still going, isn't he? So yeah, you will actually. I forgot the other guy's dead, but he's still got a bit of a shred of life in him. Dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 does hit.
Yeah, you take 3 piercing damage.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, cool.
I'm coming back for you too.
I got him. I can't run like that.
Nice. It is
It's cause I'm tall.
long legs.
And I'm not.
And I'm short.
I'm little D.
Bjorn, you're up.
Cool. Let's try the same thing as last time. Let's try and hit the actual.
You're not gonna heal me?
So that went out the window, didn't it? Eh? That went out the window.
That might be the better call, right? Because you're not looking great, are you?
Better. As you say that, I turn around and go, I like blood in my teeth and just a black eye. I'm fine. It's great.
Yeah, you're looking great. Fine, no, I'm just kidding.
What I will say is that the guys on the ground haven't seemed to be doing that much damage to you. The reason why Dalen is looking really rough is because he took a hit from that wand.
Yeah,
That's on a
They've been
guy.
doing it,
like half his fucking health.
that's
yeah.
that's what I've been really too worried about. They did like natty ones,
Like
and like super bad. Like
the wand is even when he hit, he took 3 damage just then. The wand is
Right.
currently going that way as fast as it can, right? So I'll just say that.
right. I'll do cure wounds just in case. Just in
He's
case.
He's a good guy.
I'm a good guy. Yeah, we'll do that. You're gonna re-heal 7.
Oh, nice.
7, and then
Yeah, that's nice.
That's really good.
and then I'll also move.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
see. Oops, get on the right. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up here.
Nice.
You can move in diagonal lines as well.
Oh yeah, so that's actually like 15 movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know that's fine still. That's
Like I
good.
say, you move one more step, he's getting a swing on you.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Talking of which, it's his go. He's the only one up. Poor guy. What's that? Oh yeah, 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
And you take 4 piercing damage from a little blade. It just kind of boop shit.
Spells. Boop sheet.
Cool. Dalen, you're up.
The cart is now where that blue.
The cart is where the blue square is. Yeah, I foolishly added the cart to the map and not made a model out of it. Sorry.
It was just 30 feet
I'm
away. from
gonna
you.
sidle up.
Say
next to this
move
guy.
these just to keep it clear.
Then I'm gonna throw a jack. Can I see the gnome in the cart?
No, I would say not. He's now at the front of the cart onto the sort of the seat area and in the horse at this point. So
Yeah.
I'll say from where you are, no, you can't see him.
I'm gonna turn to this dude and be like, "You're lucky I can't see your stupid little friend." I'm gonna attack with my battle axe on this guy.
Okay.
That's a natty 19, so a 25 to hit.
Nice.
Nice. Go for it.
And
Some
then,
damage.
That's a max 12 damage.
Fucking 2 for 2. How'd you do it?
Yeah.
Wow.
This time I don't even bother. I don't even I'm just staring at the guy at the gnome in the cart, and I just right into his abdomen.
As you swing it round, you hear him say, "He's not a frog."
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's dead. I don't care.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. It's back up to him again. He's just gonna yah the horse.
Yep.
Let's see.
You missed it, right?
Can I get a chance to try to hit him again?
You will as a react. Yeah. So let me say this, right? The cart has got crazy HP compared to the damage you guys are able to do. But you're right. Like, you should be able to say, I want to hit that spoke there.
The axle. Yeah.
Right.
Real cool, man.
So I'll say this. You want to take an attack of opportunity at it? You give me a 18 to hit. I'll say that you can focus it on a wheel, and the wheel will pop off.
I'm gonna try.
Nice.
You're the only one that can.
Oh my god! It was on the stupid fucking dice do the thing where they just like sit on a natural 20 and then flip over
To a
14.
I'm afraid you swing at this thing and it just manages to scooch past you. And this time it does use the dash option and travels 120 feet. Will take you off the map, but I mean, technically you can still be in combat.
It was
I
slowed
can
last
still
time.
hit it.
I can too.
You can hit it from 120.
If you want it, I'll take you off the
Yeah.
map because the map is doing no use now. But you want to
I
take
could with disadvantage, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so damage, you can have your turn now.
Cool. If you'll let me take my longbow out.
Yeah,
Which I do have.
sure.
I'm gonna shoot him. It's 150 feet foot range, so
Yeah, go for it then. Sure.
that's a dirty 20.
Nice. Hit.
Wow.
I can't see him, right?
No, again, you're going to be
Yeah.
doing with a dirty 20. What's the damage range on a longbow?
150.
No, sorry.
150.
I mean, what's the dice you're going to
The
be rolling
die?
for damage? Yeah,
D8.
just a straight up D8.
Yeah.
You roll 8. I'll say a wheel pops off.
Yeah, cool. I rolled a 7.
Oh no! Hey,
In a row.
it takes 7 damage.
Oh.
Sure, as abstract as that is. Bjorn, you're up.
Okay, Bjorn's gonna run up a little bit here to here, so that's about 120 feet now away.
I'll say you're 120. Yeah, I've took the
Okay.
stream off the map now, but I'll say you're 120 feet away. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna try and do a firebolt to like blow this thing up, catch it on fire, whatever
Okay,
you wanna.
and that's a 120 range. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 120 feet exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
again, you give me a 18 or higher to hit, and we'll say
Okay.
that you blow a wheel off.
All right, so to hit is 15.
It still hits,
guy.
but it
Okay.
doesn't do
Right.
collateral damage. It just collateral the right word? No, it's
Localized
not. Is it?
damage.
Yeah, it doesn't do
Localized.
localized damage. Yeah,
It does 3 points of damage.
The
sure.
damage you
Hey,
want
it
it to.
counts. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Commoners are all dead.
Yep.
It's got written down as commoners. They're not commoners, but sure, they're all dead.
Sure.
Dalen, you're up. Anything you can do?
Can you get this wheel off?
No, I gotta roll it with disadvantage. There's no way.
Oh, yeah.
Galen like surveys and does a.
You could try.
It's not worth
Yeah.
it. I'm not rolling 2 nat 20s in a row.
All right.
Hey, I'll do the same with you as I did the others. You roll an 18 or higher, you can take a
Yeah,
wheel
why the
off.
hell not? I mean, but
May as well try, right?
well,
Just- Worst case scenario, you lose a javelin.
yeah, I don't know how many I even have. So that's a 3. So no. And even that was
Throw
a
it in
12.
the
So a 9
Throws
is
it
a
to the ground,
15. No.
just in front of.
So you just
Oh, you rolled an
I think-
18.
Can we, for my sake, can we just say I just do I slip on the sand and it only goes like 15 feet in front of me so I can go and collect it?
Sure, yeah. I was gonna say that you just went like that.
Yeah, just like
at least, come on, at least slip on the sand.
Yeah, you slip on the
yes,
sand.
slip on the banana peel in the sand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Sand
a
is slippery.
really great REM album, by the way. Banana Peel in the Sand. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Cool. Traders go again. He moves another 120.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's out of here. Okay.
All right, cool. You're out of combat.
All right.
Search the
Well,
bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, let's.
I
There
got
are-
a good look at the guy.
If you are, yeah, you did. He was, he got grey hair. He was wearing a top hat with a pair of goggles in them. There are two. If you're saying bodies are dead people, there are 2 of those.
Oh, there's an unconscious
Is the
one.
third guy still
Yeah.
unconscious?
Right.
Real quick, I want to turn to Bjorn and be like, hey, you should take down his like description or write it somewhere, right? We can file a report on him.
Oh, sure. Let me. I'll note take, and Bjorn's gonna. Oh wait, I don't know if I can actually do this.
You don't have like a pen and
One
paper?
more. A what? No, that's old school. I think he's gonna whisper into his little box and just note take into a little recorder, and that's my last
6 seconds.
action or whatever. Yeah.
Nice.
6-second description of
Yep. Of what happened.
Was his
yeah.
name not?
into your dictaphone.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
His name was. You don't know his name, was he? Didn't tell you.
Yeah.
It was not Biz Wizzle. I fucking know it. Sorry, John.
Very good.
It's okay. And I will say this: that like there are going to be NPCs that those of you who watch all of my stuff or play with me in other games will recognize. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are verbatim
Right,
carbon
no,
copies
that was
of
I've
the
done
ones,
that.
but yeah.
That was the druid dwarf that Devin's character met in our Emelted campaign.
Yeah.
Kirvi was a character I played before. Yeah.
But yeah, not Fitzwhistle that John is referring to was a gnome snake oil salesman that was my first ever PC in one of his games. Yeah.
It would make sense that not only was he a snake oil salesman, he was a fucking lying sack of shit.
Yeah, you assume. I'll be honest with you. With the current situation, you don't really know what happened there.
No,
Like you know,
Like,
they
why would
were.
be setting. It feels like an ambush for us, but why the hell would they know we were here? I think I say that out loud. That felt like a
Go for it. Go on.
But
Let
why
me
the
sit.
hell would
Let
they
me
know
sit back
we
for a
were
minute.
here?
Go ahead.
I don't think they were. I think they were both right, but they both suck.
Yeah, it seemed like
I think
a
they were
lose-lose.
robbing him. I think he swindles stuff.
Hey,
They just happened to. He wouldn't have attacked his friend otherwise.
I know
Hey.
we're all young. I know we're all new to this army thing, but are we the bad guys?
Well, I was gonna
Are we
ask
the bad
you,
guys?
have you ever killed anyone? Like, you seem to kind of enjoy that.
It's the dwarven blood in me. It just comes. I've
Dwarves
always
love killing.
It's sometimes I have a bit of a temper. You know, this axe is especially good. My brother made me this axe actually as a going away and entering the army gift, and first chance I've had to swing it. Really good.
Definitely used it well. It's a great axe. Have you done that before?
No.
You
No, I
seem
haven't
very
had the
comfortable.
Yeah, it came really naturally. I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah, I've never killed anyone. That I didn't
I
really
tried.
like doing it.
I tried not to think about it. It helps. I don't kill a lot of people. I don't want to make people think that I'm a murderer or
have
anything. I mean,
you?
well, there's the guy on the ship. There's that guy.
Oh,
And I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
they kind of did swing. They did stab us in the back a couple of times, so I don't feel terribly
Literally.
bad about
This
it. They
guy
were
did
going to
too.
kill us. Better them
Yeah.
than not me, for sure.
I had all intentions of not killing anyone. But the guy literally stabbed me in the back. I'm not gonna take that and just.
You can.
No, you're justified. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Perhaps in another life, I was someone that couldn't wield a weapon like this, and this just feels really good.
Like you're getting redemption.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway,
if
we're
I
gonna
relish
do
in
with this
it,
guy
but-
that's clearly not dead. As
Well-
I rummage through the two dead bodies.
As,
We're gonna do
um,
that
Oh
one.
yeah, did you want to search them?
As you're talking, the one who's slumped up against the tree, it begins to come round, and as he does so, he to nobody says, "You weren't supposed to fucking hit me."
Do we hear that or?
Yeah, you're not far from
Okay.
him.
I fucking knew
speaking of-
it.
Before he gets his shit together, I want to tie him up.
Go for it. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
super
I was
dazed.
gonna.
He
You
sees
fucking called it.
he sees you and tries to sort of scramble away, but I mean the guy's on like 1 HP, right? Like he's just
Yeah.
out of it cold.
How
He's
did
a-
you know?
He's only woken up for narrative purposes, right? Like this guy
Yeah,
is
yeah.
toast.
I want to hold my spear, my pike, just kind of to the point, just to his throat, like
Yeah.
just a little bit.
he sort of
Poking in there.
like shuffles against the sand up against the tree as he holds it.
You got one chance. Give me one good reason I shouldn't just keep on pushing.
You're a military man. You shouldn't kill in cold blood.
You were
thinks
gonna
we're
kill us in
militant.
cold blood?
I'm not in the military.
No, but you were. Yeah, well.
We're not officially in the
You asked for one reason. There's
We
one.
are making a choice whether or not we want to be in the military.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I don't have to be part of your existential crisis.
Well, I'm afraid you are, son.
That's the hand you've been dealt today.
I was
right,
tell
go
you,
on.
he hired us. He hired us to do it. But I'm just trying to earn my keep.
Who?
So
The guy on the wagon,
What's his name?
Fizz Winsel, Fins Winsel or something. I don't know. Go ahead.
Can we do a? I don't know what it's called, but see if he's telling the truth check.
Yeah, go for it.
Insight check,
Insight.
see this. See if he's telling
Tell the
the
truth check.
Yeah, we should
Hey,
come up with
finally-
we should come up with a catchier name for that.
Right? 18.
Yeah, sure. He seemingly is telling the truth. He seems to genuinely not be able to remember, but seems to be trying his hardest to give you whatever you want to hear to stop him dying, basically.
So he hired you to run a scam out in the desert, in the woods, in the dunes. This is the place that we are.
Can you just lower the spear just slightly, please, and I'll talk.
I'll take it like just off of his Adam's apple.
Okay, he's able to sit up a little. He puts his hands up. I'm from Bilston. It's difficult to earn there. He came through, said he was looking for support, hired help, wanted some heavies to watch the cart and protect him on the road. And then when we got out here, he has a camp just out here. He brought us here and then started to teach us these moves, this act. I imagine the plan was to head back to the road. We were all eating and you guys approached and he told us to take our places. This was the first time we've ever run this in front of real people, I suppose.
Well,
And so you decided the first people to try it on were a group of people in the army wearing uniforms and with and I'll just kind of rattle the spear, big weapons.
I decided
I'll rattle my little javelin as I pick it out of the sand. And little ones.
I decided to do as I was told for the man who was paying me and the one who had the magic stick.
Fair enough. Where's this camp at?
Solward, 30 minutes from here. There's not much. He carries everything on the wagon.
Reckon he'll be heading back there?
I imagine eventually, but he'll probably leave it a while now. He knows this took place here, I guess.
No.
sounds like a good time to explore it then.
Sounds like a great time. You're from Bilston, huh? What's your name?
I don't have a name. My name.
The man with no name.
Mystery.
Been through the desert.
My name's Deloy.
With the man with no name.
My name's Deloy.
Deloy.
Theodore Deloy. People call me Ted.
Theodore Deloy. Ted Theodore. All right.
I'm
Del. I'm gonna call you Del. He can call you Theo. I'm gonna call you Del. Buren, yeah, a couple of different names.
You can all call me whatever you like. Just please don't tell my parents.
Okay, Bob.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, this guy seemed young then. Yeah.
Youngish, yeah. Not a kid, but late teens.
All right. Well, the votes. Buren,
I want to go see this guy's camp.
know about him.
Oh, yeah, he seems all right. He could show us where the camp is.
Dalen.
Dylan's writing down Theodore, Bob, Ted, Delboy.
Theodore Deloyd?
Deloy, D-E-L-O-Y.
Oh, why?
Yeah, why not?
D-E-L-O-Y.
Deloy.
Do you have a feather pen?
Yeah, I just
Quill and ink.
He can walk, so it's better than pulling dead bodies. He should come with us.
Sure. Show us the way to this camp, friend.
Yeah, of course. And as he says that, he looks over at the bodies and bursts into tears. And without thinking for a second that you have a weapon on him, he begins to scramble over to one of them.
I'll let him go.
He shakes.
I'm gonna follow him, but I'm gonna let him go
he,
over.
He runs over to one of them and shakes it, saying, Jim! Oh, Jim! Oh,
I'm sorry about your friends, but can't say banditry's a noble line of work.
He was my brother.
Yeah.
He looked after me after Mum and Dad died. We didn't own a farm. We didn't have anything to earn any money. This was all we had.
General insight.
Yeah.
Go for it.
11.
Seems genuine.
You just said your parents were dead.
Aye.
Or no, you just told us don't.
You told us
tell
don't tell your mom.
Aye.
Yep.
Sorry. I just He darts 30 feet.
I'm gonna crack him on the back of the head with the butt of my spear.
Did you follow him right up to the body?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
of course.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. You did say you followed him. I didn't know if you were right up against him. Cool. Yeah, you knock him out cold again. In fact, yeah, like the fucker was on 1 HP. You knock him out cold.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's a shame.
We don't even know which direction that camp is.
He said 30
No,
minutes
it's
soulward.
He also said he had parents that were alive and a brother who wasn't a brother, or might have been. Who knows?
Right. It's all bullshit.
Shame was about to give the kid a chance.
Although, actually, sorry, no, the insight check he did on the camp, he that was a good roll, and he did seem genuine about the camp being up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can assume that in the last moments he thought that he could find a quick way out here.
Well, do you want to drag this body weight with us, or
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I don't feel great
not
about
it?
killing
I'll
him.
do it.
He's a human, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Young human.
I will tie a rope to his feet and drag him.
Oh, you're gonna hog tie him? Nice.
Hog tie him.
Oh,
Yeah.
go for it.
I mean, he's too big. Like
You
every time. Yeah.
just drag him along. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And what you want to head? You want to head back? You want to head? The direction he pointed is away from Fort Charge.
No, I personally want to head back to the fort. This is enough for one day. We're going to be in trouble, and we would have had all this shit to deal with.
I don't know about you. I'm feeling great. Just only lightly stabbed.
Oh yeah, no, I feel fine. I'm just the longer it takes to get there. You brought this up when we started this journey today. The longer it takes to get there, the more questions we're going to have to
But
answer.
aren't we also soldiers, and we're supposed to keep the peace? And this guy's not keeping the peace, it seems. So maybe we should.
That's why I got him.
No, not him. The trader fucked the oil salesman. He's
That's
disturbing the peace. We should investigate as soldiers
Lord.
and, maybe collect riches, but also, take it out. I want adventure. It's been fun.
We're not having a blast, and I don't know. You
But
reckon?
fuck me, I'm not going to be the voice of reason in this party. Fine, that's fine. We'll go to the camp.
It's
Well,
only 30
yeah.
minutes. What's the worst that could happen?
an extra hour. Well, I mean, I can think of a couple things, but it's like an hour trip there and
Yeah.
back, 2 hours
There and
tops. The
back.
sun's not setting yet, right?
Yeah, we
it's,
got enough time.
it's getting a little later in the day. You finished burying Oliver at about 1. Travelled maybe another hour then. That combat wasn't long, but you're talking sort of. It's probably like 3.
Okay.
3-ish now.
4 sunsets at 7.
And what season we're in?
Yeah.
We just celebrated the equinox. So is this
Equinox,
the
yeah.
fall one
So
or
it's
the
a spring one.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter. So it's. The
Well,
sun is
sorry.
setting.
There's
it's
in this world. This is the equinox is the longest. The equinox is the day where the day and night are the exact same length.
Yeah.
So there's
it's
only one of them in this world. There is a longest day and a longest night either side, but then it loops around. So, but it is what you would call spring. It's not. We've not moved into the summer yet.
Okay.
So
We
yeah, you
haven't
say
hit
there's probably you reckon there's probably about 2.5, 3 hours worth of light.
Are we
And we're
trying
like-
through the night?
How far
Driving-
away from the port are we? Do we
Okay,
look-
so you reckon you're about 2 hours away from the port. If you went to this camp, turned around, walked back again, you'd get to the port at dusk.
If nothing
If we
happens.
spent an hour walking around, we'd get there at dark, but we'd spend most of our travel time in the day.
Okay, so it is kind of like, because nothing's going to happen. Woo-hoo. But,
Get away, pigeons.
I'm okay with walking at night a little bit if it takes a little bit of time, but
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
fine with. We can. Yeah, that's fine.
Seems like it's our duty to investigate this camp some, and if there's stuff to be confiscated, then so be it.
Or
Did
the
we get
gods.
anything from those 2 bodies we searched?
Oh, yeah.
No, not particularly, honestly. There's no sort of identifying information on them. I tell you what, there's between them, their coin pouches have 18 gold in them.
Wow.
That's between the three of them. That's between the three of them.
Okay, and I will drag the one with me the whole time. That's fine.
Cool. Are you taking the gold?
Yeah, right. Why
I'm
not?
taking gold.
Are you gonna just dish it 3 ways?
Right. Or you guys want to do that? Or are we gonna fight?
I'm not fighting about it. Give me the whole pouch.
Right. No, I think we're just splitting it.
Hey,
I mean,
I'll give
you should-
my
Yeah,
share.
yeah, I mean,
I'll
yeah.
give my share to Dearmut. He said that he had no money, so you can take mine.
All
Take my
right.
6.
Dearma, take 12 gold. Buren, take
I-
6.
Wow, generous. This is more 12 whole gold. This is more than I've seen in my entire life.
As members of the Centrist fleet, you will be paid
Maybe not.
5 gold a week. You will be paid 5 gold a week if you continue
Will
your
be.
service.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is policy, and you will have been taught this, that you do not loot any acquired material belongs to the state and should be taken back to the fort. That's what should happen. You're welcome to do it. You're welcome to do what you like.
Oh, well.
I'm just letting you know. You're welcome to
Okay,
do
well,
what
if
you
that's the case, then let me subtract that, and I'll put it towards like the pool of.
I'll carry it then.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're carrying the pool of stuff. that
So-
has
I'm
gold.
gonna write it down separately.
Yeah, so let me subtract.
like. Sure thing. Okay, so you
6.
note 18 gold as separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I need to use the
do that
restroom
again.
real quick.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We'll it's 10:30. We need to wrap up. So
okay. Yeah.
I will say that you head towards the where you believe this camp to be, and we will pick up with you continuing that travel next week, I guess.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
Now you can go for a pee while we sign off.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Awesome. Good stuff. That was very interesting.
Awesome.
I did not expect you to react how you did to a lot of that tonight. I mean,
Good.
they always say that whenever a DM starts with I imagine the party would. I mean, that's where you went wrong.
You already fucked up.
Yeah.
That's,
So,
that's the hardest thing as a new DM, newer, like for me, a newer DM, to be like, well, they're gonna do this. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
It's
Why, if I may, what surprised you, or what reactions surprised you?
well, and not necessarily surprised me, but I always wanted to give you all. I wanted to give you sort of 2 solid options each time. Like you didn't have to go down the beach. You could have gone
Right.
and found the road, and you'd have done none of that tonight, right? And I'm genuine there that not like you'd have just found that encounter.
You didn't just move the thing.
No,
from...
like if you look at the map, you can see.
I noticed
you
there
can
were
see
2
his
little bits.
You can see his camp, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's there. Like this was this again. And the map, I tried to make it look sandy. It's quite tricky to do on Incarnate, but like, yeah, this was like there's a whole other encounters, and I didn't mind coming up with those because I feel like you're probably going to end up on that road at some point, right? So that wasn't too much of a bother. But I tried to sort of everything tonight. I wanted to make it so that stuff had happened, sort of reference back to places like Bilston and Carup and Faldahir, so that even if you don't end up there now, in the future, there's ways of maybe having ties to those places.
And you said Theodore Deloy was from Bilston.
He told you he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only thing that your checks sort of made you sure about was you're pretty sure that where he said the camp was, it probably was. He also said in that check, he also said that there wasn't much there because he takes most stuff with him on the wagon. So
Sure.
not too sure what you expect to find there, but we'll go and see.
How much?
But yeah.
I'll find out.
Colin Babe says, fun moral questions tonight. It's really interesting to see how the characters dealt with everything. Yeah, that whole encounter was all about. I wanted you to see if you dealt with that encounter as military or as adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was hard to.
That's what it was. That's what it was all. That was all that was about. And you all tried so hard. And I'm all very proud of you. And I will say this: obviously, it would be a boring campaign, in my opinion, if you continued to be military men all the way through it.
Yeah,
I will just say that.
Sure,
So
but like it was, I thought it was fun that we
You
all
will-
did
you
that.
will-
We all tried so hard not to attack anybody until we got double crossed. I was like, all right, fuck you.
you got
I'm justified.
like
Killing time.
triple crossed. Yeah, but I don't say
Well,
too
that's
much
why I
more about
wanted
that
to-
because you don't
I
necessarily
just wanted
know.
to make sure to bring that up because I remember in Emelted we never really talked about the moral quandary of, hey, you just like killed some people. Have you like done that, or
Yeah.
like is that totally new to you? Like, yeah,
That
I
was a
wanted to make sure.
great question
It was a
because
good
meta as Mass Bandit, I play a bard normally.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So
you
to
don't kill
play
that
a
much.
paladin who
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
just comes in
Specifically
and
killing.
Yeah.
no, who comes in and wrecks shit. I was like, this is
Yeah.
fun, and I think I got
Oh
it.
yeah.
One of the
I sure love. Oh, here I go, killing again.
I love to kill it. And to be fair, like you did pretty much all of the damage in that fight then as well,
No.
just because of how the dice rolls went, you know.
Yeah, I rolled really high.
But one thing I'm trying to do, because I struggle with this, is that I have a real problem with sort of the separation of the narrative play and the combat. So I'm really
Yeah.
trying to tie them two together a bit more, and
Yeah, that
not
was fun.
and not just give you like, because that could have just been 4 bandits jump here, right? Like, and you wouldn't even and you wouldn't have blinked, right? But I really want to try and sort of tie the combats into the narrative of you are military men with doubts, right? You don't know whether this is right for you. You should hopefully be starting to get the idea that like
People aren't happy with us.
people might not be that happy with you. Yeah, like that's
But then at the same point,
yeah.
this is a bunch of bandits and BSers. So
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we haven't experienced common folk or whatever
Yeah.
yet. To see
Yeah,
what
I mean,
they're-
the only
we have to go into a real town.
the only seemingly genuine
Yeah.
people you've met so far were the druids, and they didn't seem to be too fussed with you. Although none of them actually mentioned your regalia. Maybe they didn't know that's what the military was. But then some were from here, so maybe they did.
just don't care enough.
Trying to. Maybe they're just so. I mean, they were almost a little culty, I guess, in a way. You know, very sort of singular minded on what they were doing.
like a Burning Man cult.
Yeah, so maybe they just didn't care. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to give you all these. It's all about these little tiny threads that you can all pull on, right?
Yeah.
And whatever.
World building, so good. Like
Yeah.
the world building here is so solid. Like
Thanks.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
And I
it.
like our inner group kind of quandary of like at the end of it, like, should we go out to this camp? Or like, one of us was like, no, we need to get the fuck back now.
You're right, and also from like a not this sort of adventurers versus military, like as military, like those are two both valid ideas, right? We should go and check out the camp of this known criminal, but also like
orders would be get back
they
here.
all think that our boat's been crashed, right? Yeah, so it's all about.
We have the knowledge of what happened.
I want to give you these forks in the roads, right? That's all I can do. Because if I don't give you those, then I'm just telling a story that you're listening to, right?
This whole time we're doing this, I'm sitting here thinking in the back of my mind, like, we could have chosen the longer route. And
Well,
who knows,
I just said that while you were
yeah.
away. I think, yeah, like all these encounters tonight were for this speech. Like there was other stuff on the road that maybe you'll see another time, right?
Right.
But yeah, there was a very good chance tonight that you never found Oliver Palm.
Yeah.
You know,
we did.
and like,
really glad we did.
and I like at the end there, I was kind of coming up with names for the bandits because I didn't think any of them would survive. But Oliver Palm was written as he was there. He was lying on that. He was lying on that beach.
Oliver's mom.
Whenever, whether you found him or not, that letter is written, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like whether you found him or not, he was going to be there. So that was. I'm kind of glad you did because that was a nice moment.
Yeah, it was
I think.
good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, I don't know, sort of break down every episode like this. So
No.
well, look at that.
We can do that in a video. Hey,
we've got our first bot in the Twitch chat as well. Want to become famous?
How?
You go to this link.
This totally legitimate link.
Buy stuff. That's good.
Wow.
Nothing bad will ever happen.
Bigfollows.com.
See big follows. See around KS1 A2 A3 A4 A6. What a name. Was KS
Surely that means you
was
made it. Yeah.
assumingly.
Live. Why does the bot skip 5?
I can assume that KS1, A2, A3, A4, A1 through to 5 were already taken.
Yeah, so they had to go to 6.
Yeah, so they had to go to 6. Wow. Right, thank you so much for joining us, folks. I really hope you've enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
everyone.
Remember, if you've missed any of this, it is on video on demand on YouTube tomorrow. That's we haven't got a proper address on YouTube yet because we're not big enough, but if you just search for Digital DM Ashtan or something like that, we'll pop up. Or you can follow us all on social media. Excuse me, we'll be popping links around for everything, I guess, as well. We're going to sign out now. I'm going to run the Exponential Academy trailer again. But thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next Sunday. Until then, it's time for a long rest. Bye.
I
Within the walls of this academy, there are many books. These books contain worlds, and these worlds are broken. It is our job to fix them. That's where you come in, agents.